Jerusalem, Ikayami, Ilondolose, Muhammad Kami, Sunganishilana.
The Ground Report with Mickie Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Jerusalem, Ikayami.
Oh boy, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, Steve Joseph, the first one, lock one, good morning to you. Hey, Roger. Alright, good morning to Hall. Pearl, Daniel, Calvin, your Brady Banks, Donna. Hey, Janelle, good morning, Nancy. Vincent, good morning to you. Ryan, good morning. Baruch, good morning to you. Hey, Marlene, good morning, Annie. Nadira, good morning. Rohan, good morning. Donat Mohan, good morning to you. Hey, Anthony McFast, good morning. Freezer. That's a Freezer, D. Mohammed. A pleasant good morning, Carmen. Karmati, good morning to you. Natasha Wells, good morning. Nora, good morning to you. Hey, Trinidad, good morning. Peter Sandland, sing a pleasant good morning to you. Damian, good morning. Dress School, good morning, Lucky Lad. Stefan, good morning. Henrik Posada, pleasant good morning to you. Stephen, good morning to you. Julia, pleasant good morning, Michael. Sandy Jones, good morning. Ronald Wilson, good morning to you. Kishan Ali, good morning. Devindra, good morning to Nigel George. Raymond, good morning. Mina Steiner, pleasant good morning to 007. Anne-Marie Amin, good morning to you. Jordy June, good morning. Joanne, good morning. Gobin. Christine, good morning. Michael GP, good morning to you. Roma Price. Radical, good morning to you. Shanifali, a pleasant good morning to you. Danny. Motilara, good morning. Primrose, a pleasant good morning to you. Sally. Raju, good morning. Now we talking about Esther, good morning. Edwin, a pleasant good morning. Taros, good morning. Spring Galamohan, good morning to you. St. James Police Youth Club. Hey, Shabadi. Officer Shabadi. From Trinidad and Tobago, we want to all during the holidays that I want to engage members of the St. James Police Youth Club and other police youth clubs. If I was a part of the police youth club, I grew up under that. You know, to find out from them, because I know what I get out of it. So it's to hear from this time what they're getting out of it. What is its up and downs, what is flaws, what can be better. Welcome to the St. James Police Youth Club. Tyra Reyes, good morning to you. Mubarak, good morning to you. Indo, Tagdio, good morning. Kalawan, good morning to you. Where are Ina? I hope I hear Ina. Kalawan. Hey, Anderson Wilson and your wife, good morning to you. Steve Joseph, good morning. Clarence. And let me say a pleasant good morning to Mr. Clarence. And Faye. Not forgetting Dave and Deborah. Long time I say morning to Rafi, aka Postman.com, his father, all of them that are look on. Good morning, my brother Rafi. Ruben, Noel, Ruben. Nita, good morning to you. Krishna, good morning. Richard Tamaraj, good morning to you. That's what we talking about. Jackie, good morning. Isam Ali, a pleasant good morning to you. Gloria Scholar, good morning. Denver Mohan. Yes, sorry, I'm a little late today. Darren Mohan, a pleasant good morning to you. That's Counselor. If you got your proof. Hard worker, man. A Christian brother. But you know how to deal with everybody still. Ramesh, good morning to you. Majid Ali, a pleasant good morning, sir. Ali. Now we'll be talking about good morning, Grace. Pamela Palo, good morning. Margaret, good morning. Nafika Balkan, good morning. Edwin Acosta, good morning to you. Hey, Sarona, good morning to you. Hey, Andrea Alfonso, good morning. Talk, check. Hanif Ali, good morning, LP. Mentor, pleasant good morning to Angela. Shanti, good morning to you. Ramrup. Sukraj, a pleasant good morning to you. Samantra, good morning. Sharon Pasada, good morning to you. Davey, Troy Smith, Alan Hercules, all Davies, C Pasad too. Danny, good morning. Desmond Hines, Alish, good morning to you. Don't forget Sudish, Sopner, to the right, Shema. Equadna Foster, pleasant good morning to Donna Gatkins. Good morning to Donna Gatkins. Jesse, good morning to Calvary Spirit. Kevin George, Cyril. Now we'll be talking about Survivor. Timothy.
The ground report with Mickie, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, sunganishilana. 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 Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze.
Good morning, gentlemen, to Andy and your two partners from Gandhi, Shanifa. We haven't some odd weather because in Gandhi, partly it was just like sun and then the whole weather just changing. But the program is nice, and once again, I just want to say I'm so glad that I've become part of this program, and the topic does be interesting. And most of all, Andy, you're a very, very, very great host. You could talk, you know your politics, and you know your Lord, that He's close in the heart. To each and every one, UNC won, and they won it fair, and given the benefit of the doubt, UNC Mistress Kamala will make the country much better. Give her the opportunity, and the Lord is in control. And I like the song that you will play. It's nice on the program. And as I greet each and everybody, blessing.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy. The lines are open, eh? To your voice notes, to your calls. Good morning to each and every one of you. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? We have the most intelligent program on the morning. There's all kind of various people who walk in life that we are picking up. It is very good. Other another programs, you just pick up a done set of people just talking the same set of stupidness. Can't make a good contribution. All look it says piano. Nice it. On this program here, it's all about country, whether be UNC, whether be who. It's all about talking about our issues, our problems. It's all about giving the solutions. It's all about uniting. It's all about working with this government for each and every one of us to move forward. And good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy, and to all the rest.
Yes.
Everybody listening, this is Toko Sangri Gandhi in the house. Just touching base and sending some love and appreciation to all. Have a blessed day, everybody.
It's nice. Toko Sandy Grande in the house, man.
One, two, three, four.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy.
Boy. Felix, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, you said I sent a video for you, Mickie and Lennox concerning the oil spill in Chagaramas where the man from Fishermen and Friends was showing people. Now that I understand why it is Minister Padarat had to go and insult the EMA because they was sitting on the job and collecting free money. Yeah, you can see, watch it and even could flash it and show the people what's going on because
send it back from
that thing is killing all the fish down on that side. And you come down there.
Yeah, send it back from
and next thing again,
Felix.
The video where you make about the land where you say you're going to keep your pumpkin and things. Make sure that them people get back their land, because as you did.
Oh, right.
All right, Andy, I will talk to you later.
Right, but send back the video for me now, so I go on top of the list.
All right, I go send it back there for you now.
Yeah, so we're going top of the list. All right.
Yeah.
The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, good morning. Caller, where you calling from? What's on your front burner? Let us know where you're calling from.
Pleasant good morning, brother Andy. Pleasant good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, Mickie K, Lennox Smith, and the Ground Report crew. Pleasant good morning. Anderson, brother, pleasant good morning to you. Now, Andy, this is a serious matter, right? And I want Trinidad and Tobago and Auntie Cams, pleasant good morning to you. And I wanted to stay focused, Mr. Alexander. I want all it to stay focused, Mr. Serge. I want all it to stay focused. You see that statement the Venezuelan Prime Minister made yesterday? That is a serious statement. You see that visit that Mr. Fitzgerald Hines visit the office at the security office? That is a very serious thing. Now I want all you to focus and remember, do not forget Emailgate. Do not forget the lies. Do not forget to say that the Prime Minister wanted to kill journalists. The Prime Minister wanted to do this. Now, they know fully well that this administration won't be in no cahoots or won't be lying up in no bed with Mr. Maduro. So as a result of that, they will try to do everything in the power from within because they had a sleeping
Hold. We're talking about what Maduro say, boy. What going on? I ain't get no
Maduro said that a boat was intercepted leaving Trinidad. A boat was intercepted in Venezuela with paramilitary terrorists with a stack of arms leaving from Trinidad, right? Mr. Maduro said that if you want, you can find out better and you know, Canada talk just so. These are things I want to let you pay attention to. They will try their endeavor best to topple this administration.
You had the video? You had the video?
What you mean, Andy? If I had the video,
send it from me. What he saying that?
All right, brother. Okay, brother.
You send it from me,
right? So as a result, yes, brother.
All right,
I want all you to pay attention. I want all you to pay attention to what it is taking place in this country, please. The PNM, all you observe what is going on right now in the PNM. Stuart Young, who Dr. Rowley who tried to put on the people, right? And the people reject him resoundingly. As a result of that, brothers and sisters, please pay attention. Pay attention. Mama, we supporting you full 100. I behind you full 100. And I want to let you know something here now. This is personal. I'm going to say here now. My name is Christopher Calder. So all you will be seeing and hearing me plenty. I have 3 children. Dr. Rowley, when he was in office, I am an activist for the UNC, Indigo Martin West. And he say with his own mouth, that make sure that gentleman again nothing. And for years, for 10 years, I was at his side. I wasn't looking for nothing. But yes, you know, I do like what the Tobagonian woman say. What she say when they went in power? She said, we in power now? Well, I say that, I repeat and she would. It's we turn now. So, brothers, that is all I have to say for now. Until further, look down and listen, brothers.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami. Jerusalem, Ikayalami.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning. Andy,
Oi.
what I wanted to do is to stop taking Lennox injection and illegal better training for them stepping. But anyhow, what the information Mr. Carolina gave me, that is shooter. Last night I heard it. Right, I'll send the video for you.
All right. Oh boy.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami.
Hey, Andy, me again, but I forgot to tell you. A man do a video about the Alsing constituency. If you see this school and thing or Camera and them build or the Alsing have it. The man saying it like a zoo. What can even have animal in it? Yeah. A certain neglect and then people still wanted to it's a good thing they get rid of that. I don't know how long the video is, but you could watch it and cut it, if it's too long. But it's concerning the Alsing constituency, St. Joseph. Andy, good morning. Yeah, last night to my surprise, I see where Penny and them were going and launch a candidacy for leader of the PNM party. I see they interview the Alsing on the outside, where he face looking fat and puffy, and then fellas who had the audacity to come back in people's face. I see one with the Hobbit, under his cheeks almost reach his neck, talking about the revenue act. Yeah? They shouldn't take it. Government will make over $5 billion. Like when he was dead, the where that $5 billion will go? Just as the $3.6 billion. Yeah? Alwari, he look like he getting more fat with pressure because you know what coming from him. Even see what that man talking about. He talking about when them come in office, he meet Ramogan people there and he never fired them. He couldn't fire them because they was honest. Yeah, but not what they have there now. People fighting and they want to think they want to finish out the 10 years for the PNM government. The 10 years is up on the 10th of August. Take care, they want to wait until that time. Tell me that is not madness. And the next thing, and the CEO is going to start a recording there with Rowley where he telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago is stupid. I find he make a mistake there, you know. He should have said the PNM people of Trinidad and Tobago is stupid. For they represent me for 10 years and more under from Eric Williams, Manlin, Chambers, and they get nothing yet. Yeah, no development, nothing. Everything that we are them getting rid of it. That God bless us with. Yeah, a bunch of Kobo and parasite.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Good morning, Pitbull. All the best to you. I see you dancing this morning. You're doing the duck dance. Long time I hear out your partner, Lucky Lal, man. Okay, enough of that. Listener Andy Lennox. When the dictator and his sidekick, he boy blue Gary Sobers, or how he call him, Stuart Young, and the entourage that was visiting Maduro on a regular basis, and vice versa with Elsie Rodriguez coming here when the country was locked down and all this kind of thing, and breaking all protocol, and Stuart Young whizzing them off to Elsie Rodriguez to the diplomatic center and all of that. You know, at that time, you never hear Maduro, the dictator, saying anything concerning Trinidad, you know, not a whisper from Maduro towards Trinidad. But now that the tables turn, you know, and the odds are against the dictatorship, right? And Rowley had no weight in Trinidad again, not even in the PNM Rowley ever say, right? And Rowley is just like a stray mangy labas dog, you know, Rowley like that right now. All the money he have, he would be in a crowd, and he would always be a lonely man because he's a hater, right? Okay, and thing. So now that he's seeing the signs that he can't negotiate any deals with Trinidad again, you know, and things like that, and he know the US is with Trinidad and Tobago for anything, you know, good and thing, and he don't like that. So he you know, he talking out now because we so close to Venezuela, and US could set up a base here, right, to infiltrate all the alleged illegal thing that's going on in Venezuela and them other South American countries, right, which would be very good, you know, and thing. So Maduro, call your boys Stuart Young and Rowley and make them residential in your palace now, right? And all they could do all they are accustomed doing with one another. I can't say that on here, what it has been doing. Okay, Andy, thanks.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Ilonolose, Uhamemani, Sunganishilana.
Oh boy, yes. CNC3 The Guardian. Maduro claim armed group entered from Trinidad. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has claimed that an armed group of paramilitary terrorists was intercepted while trying to enter the country from Trinidad and Tobago with a cache of guns, weapons. But then we boys stage again. Oh my God. It's stage in the morning, stage in the evening, stage at. We're hearing here from a National Security Minister. No armed terrorists left here. Trinidad and Tobago shuts down Maduro claim. The Ministry of National Security has dismissed claims made by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro that armed paramilitary terrorists departed Trinidad for Venezuela before being intercepted. In a statement issued on Wednesday, June 4th, the ministry said a parliamentary investigation was conducted into the allegations and found no evidence to support the claims. That's what you're talking about. But why? Remember too, I think I saw like on social media, I want to believe some of you all maybe saw it too, where you're seeing weapons now, where you're seeing military equipments in Trinidad being escorted by police and real military equipments. So let's see how that go. Wow. So whether Trump going and really deal with Maduro now? Yeah, no. But as our national security minister said, nothing like that is far from the truth. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, good morning, Professor Andy.
Good morning to you.
Martin, Assistant Professor Lennox and Mickie. Andy, apparently people are not aware that we have a crisis in the judiciary. The judiciary is one arm of the government, needs to be functioning. The Privy Council made a ruling that the Chief Justice was wrong in the Marseille case, and they also said there is another option to basically discipline them. So in that instance, both of them have questions to answer, and they still functioning. Marseille Caesar has been operating in the judiciary as a High Court judge about a month now. We, as taxpayers, probably compensated in the millions of dollars, and we don't know about that. The president is failing to act. The Judicial Legal Service Chairman, Ivor Archie, is failing to act. He has to trigger the process to discipline them as per the Privy Council ruling. And likewise, somebody has to trigger how we're going to discipline the Chief Justice. People have to understand. Remember, he had a fellow by the name of Patrick Manning? What he did to get rid of Sat Sharma. He put it at the court first, and it had a fellow by the name of Mark Nichols failed to give evidence, so that was basically aborted to try to convict him in the criminal court. And then he used, I think, Section 137 to root out Sat Sharma, and he lost there. So we have a crisis in the judiciary, and I'm hoping that the current leader of the government bring this to the attention of all stakeholders. We have to fix the judiciary. Chief Justice have questions to answer. It have a fella up in America who get humanitarian asylum. He was a security manager in Wassa, and we're not going to call him. Wassa spent a lot of money to go after him with a lawsuit, and we lose all that money as taxpayers. So he has been busting mark about the Chief Justice and his behavior in Guyana. So both the Chief Justice and Marseille Caesar, who are functionaries in the judicial system, has questions to answer. I'm not saying they had to go. The investigation will tell us when to go. I'll go and have a nice morning.
Good morning. Next caller, good morning to you. Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Dia pana pa Malik.
Hey, boy, go ahead.
Everything what you go to I know all you. Andy, ini min namu dulu no. Ini min roli dulu. Chotong dulu. Alwawi dulu. All that dulu. That dulu. The Venezuelan dulu. They don't touch up the government, but Andy, they ready for that yet. They're ready for Kanako for services government. When Kamala ready for them, she will see for them. Abba bless him, my brother. Abba bless the president. Love you, love my ticket, love Lennox, love all you. The whole day growing for family and the UNG family, love all you. Abba bless you.
All right, thank you so much. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
A pleasant good morning to Andy and all the listeners, Mickie, Lennox, and Trinidad and Tobago, and the Caribbean. Andy, you see, the sofa, when we talk about the sofa, plenty people remember the 3 parrot and the 2 dog and in the basement. But this sofa is the one that Rowley had a press conference and rough up all the journalists who attend and tell them that he didn't know what they're talking about, but he didn't know what this is about, and he didn't sign nothing. So now we will find out and we will ask the defense minister what did Rowley them sign containing the SOFA agreement with the United States that if they could enter our country to assist in any Caribbean country to assist them in firepower and to defend them, right? That the agreement, what they call the Chaguaramas Treaty. So, and you know they had the shipwright agreement and the Caribbean Basin Initiative. So I want Rory to answer if you know about that. And let's tell Maduro that we have an agreement that way they could come in. Just as the American could go to Guyana and set up. So that is an open book. So what I want to find out is that Maduro know how guns was coming from Trinidad, passing through Trinidad to go to Venezuela. You see, look how small this world is, Andy. But Maduro don't know how much guns passing from Venezuela and coming to Trinidad to tell Rowley and Stuart Young. You see how nice it is, Andy? It's a one-way street. And thank God that the citizens wake up in this country and vote out that tyrant, dictator, and all I could call them, because they were so ungrateful to the citizens. $1 trillion spent, and you see nothing for it. And these brass-faced people still talking, and all they hold on to now, after 10 years, Kamla. Now is what? Stand your ground, demerit points. But I want to tell them, the automatic, I'll load the automatic, and I tie down everything, and I go to the market, because I sell it everything in the market, and I drive an automatic. That is the only automatic we know, and we load it. We load the van to go to the market to sell. But you see, well, I have no grounds to talk. But let me find out now what agreement and how all here bring them Spanish in this country. So now we have an uproar coming. All the Spanish run back home. My mother tell them come back home, and we call them. Have a nice day, Andy.
Bang, bang, bang. The Ground Report with Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Andy, when the VNM called a press conference one day, Gamble coming out and talking a pack of nonsense about taxing. He wanted to tax people into oblivion, you know. That was his whole plan. You think it's even taxing people and they're getting benefits on that? And nothing wrong with that. But you pick up a set of property tax and they say you're going to do X, Y, and Z with local election reform, and they take all the money and put it away in some other fund, right? And you use it towards that, you know. So which means they had no idea what they was doing. The election reform of foot. all is up set up pie in the sky. They didn't know the heck they was going, and he coming to tax people more, and tightening a belt and all kind of thing. The people never benefit from all the revenue funds.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead. I'll play that voice. So I'll finish playing that voice in a while. Go ahead. Morning. Where you calling from? And what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Before that they get when the war broke out with Ukraine and Russia, right? We never benefit through that. They stifle the people and they cause a lot of trouble in this country for the economy to go bad. They borrow the country into bankruptcy now, and this government had to go and refinance all of them loans they take out. I want you go see for yourself when you see the finance minister come and read that media review budget. You go hear how they but the stupidness he do and how he put this country in a lot of difficulties and in a lot of debt. You go to hear for yourself and ball. Have a good day, Andy.
Morning, Andy. Morning. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, that thing about Maduro, I saw it. And he was talking about some arms from Colombia, and you know when people come from and they intercept them in Venezuela. I don't know what business they have with Venezuela from Trinidad. But don't listen to that man, you know. He want to set up something to make this government look bad. To make them feel that they're doing something for he could escalate something. So be very careful. That's how it starts, okay? Well, be careful. That's how it starts. You want to portray something that was not happening. Give him still young man. All right, something up the sleeve.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning. I'm calling to say, you see this thing with Maduro and Colombia, he just wanted that Kamala in power. He just want to give Trinidad now a bad name. That is what Maduro want to do. And you see how God is good? Because look at when they find the gas, right? And they discover gas in Trinidad. When PNM out of power. If they had won this election and they found the natural gas, they would have taken that money, thief all the money, spend all the money, waste all the money, and still don't give Trinidad nothing, still don't give the citizens nothing. So God know what to do. Look at when they find the gas, they discover the gas, when UNC wins. Because God know what he was doing when he voted out PNM. God know what he was doing. That's all.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Hi, morning, Andy.
I'm all right.
This Rich, Grandy.
Hey, Rich, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
How you going?
I'm all right.
Right. So we see some action going on with this PNM and Nicolas Maduro. One of the, I just want to let the public know that one of the things that they are responsible for is breaching the airspace and coming here during COVID. That was international air restriction. From that point onwards, these people have been collecting 3 million TT per month by PNM government. This is information that we have got from whomever from on the internet. if you go to add up that amount of money from 2020 per month to April 28th, when PNM left office, well, when they was voted out of office, you're going to come up with something like about, let me say, $140 odd million that Nicolas Maduro is not getting. Then on top of that, whatever financial racket took place between Stuart Young, Alwari, Rowley, Imbert, because remember, Imbert is the man in Central Bank and you have to sign out all this money per month, right? So how much money had been involved in that dragon deal that Trinidad and Tobago today, could only get, right, a bad name for that some pie in the sky, whatever militants going to try to attack a man who is a well-known terrorist throughout the whole world. You understand? There was times in the past that we seen the American people, other people, putting up, if they get this man head, is 25 million US they collecting. So how could little Trinidad and Tobago, right, be involved in that? Yes, we understand it had war games, or not war games, some training, whatever, down in Chagaramas, right? But this does not give the man whatever reason, well, apparently it did, right? So now he could target Trinidad and Tobago. But we have to understand that the amount of money that this man had been collecting from the PNM government is no more, right? And if you take in taxpayers here money, we are left, right? Anybody could go on Google or whatever and find out exactly how much money PNM left Trinidad and Tobago in debt. What is the sum of money? The sum of money is 140 billion TT dollars that we need to pay. We children need to pay. We grandchildren need to pay. PNM government did that to the citizens who is PNM voters and also UNC and whomever reside in Trinidad and Tobago. Now they wanting to form opposition, right? They're going against the laws, right? Some of the laws is the demerit point system, right? Why would you all implement law for a foreign company, right, to restrict our human rights, to provide food for our family, to pay off the $140 billion debt that all you put us in? Why would you all oppose that? You see, and when I had the protest for the budget response, when people held up placards and they said destabilize, to depopulate, because Mr. Maduro ain't coming here to skin more teeth. Is guns and bullets in the race. So who did the destabilization and who is going to do the depopulation? Mr. Nicolas Maduro. If you have your beef with America, don't bring it to Trinidad people, right? We do have our new government, right, under Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, have the strong and full support of the Donald Trump military. So people could you know, they could keep that and be safe, all right? Because this thing, it is going to create, we always hear our leader spoke during campaigning and, you know, all her crime talks and stuff like that about geopolitical manipulation. This is exactly what the PNM and them had created, right? We hear a man like Alwari saying how much 28 days or whatever it is, a chaos, expect that. And the man preparing people, right, with statements as if though to be expecting some form of violent attack. Now, you is a PNM minister, and this is the same people who is forming opposition today, you know. The same people who put us in $140 billion debt for everybody who get up and work We have to fix that, not them. And they are opposing towards we fixing it. And this is totally unfair. This is not even criminal action. This is terrorist action. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago needs to get the black and white of the situation. Mr. Maduro cannot collect any money anymore. So yes, he gets vexed. Right? Or Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa is in government seat, and they are trying their best. I don't know if the airport thing with Stuart Young picture have some form of psychological derangement with these people. They don't want to see Kamala there more than a month. Right? And people need, watch me, our opposition needs to support our MPs, our leader, right? Because they are the PNM, sorry, our government needs to support our leader, right? And MPs. Because the PNM people, right, they are trying their utmost best to create chaos, malice, and genocide or terrorist action towards the government. And they are using now, clearly shown, exterior, what is labeled as narco terrorists, which is the Maduro people, right? Whoever Venezuelan living here and stuff like that, yes, Venezuela have two sets of people. It have like the PNM and it have like the UNT in Venezuela. The majority is not with Maduro, right? So, Mr. Maduro, you need to go and focus on wherever it is, Guyana or whatever, right? You see, when it comes to Trinidad and Tobago, you cannot get our money again because PNM has absolutely no more power, right? They are forming another terrorist organization which they are trying to be seated in our parliament as operators of these people. Proven. Because if there wasn't operators of these people, how does Maduro get money for Dragon Gas deal? How does Maduro get money? $3 million per month when you add up all that money, whichever place you're living in Trinidad and Tobago. What could that money do in your areas and community? Who is that man there? Right? So PNM had to be paying him money. And that is exactly what had took place from 2020 to present day. Right? Now they put us in such a big debt and they are opposing, right? They're creating ways, right, which our now government is trying to, rebuild and try to pay off our debts and stuff like that. Every single thing our government do now, right, in order for citizens to build back Trinidad and Tobago and to repay the debts that they put us in, they are opposing towards it. Here we're going to have people in Trinidad and Tobago, right? All you need to sit down, and when these people and them come up as opposition or whatever it is, please know them for who they are. You understand? When they sit down in parliament with your MPs that you supported, you walk with, you voted for, know who these people are and what is their intentions. All right? Blessings and have a good day, everybody. And me, later, brother.
All right, later, brother. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. Well, we had an idea something so was going to come out after our conversation yesterday with the man himself. He named all over. The Honorable Wayne Sturge. Well, he answered back saying, well, that's nonsense.
Well, of course. A pleasant good morning to all and sundry. Are you hearing me loud and clear, my friend?
Loud and clear.
Yes, you'll forgive my voice. I get a little hoarse, having to be talking, doing talking for a living sometimes, of course.
Hold 1 minute, because I'm a Spanish caller, man. I have the name as Spanish. Now, we want to tell people what's going on in Venezuela. Go ahead, caller.
Morning to the ground report. What I want to say is, I want to make a very serious statement that I continue the demerit points. I'm calling on the Minister of Works, the new Minister of Works, and Roger Alexander. You see the best what they could do to remove that demerit point. These licensed officers, either different Spanish.
Oh, that nothing. Go ahead. I thought you was one of them Spanish
Yeah.
for this call and give me information with Venezuela. But go ahead, that
No,
nothing.
either different
The
Spanish.
demerit points,
Yeah,
the demerit points. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the licensed officers still pressuring the drivers out here and giving them 3 demerit points and charging them 2 set of tickets. And I calling on Roger Alexander and Amin, the Minister of Works, to see how hard they could get to move out of the demerit points. They go to Rima and it's alleged that they take all right. They went to Rima. Yeah. They went to Rima in a maxi and put the machine inside the glass and see how the place the maxi dark when it's the setting up itself. And you see the whole maxi from the outside straight to the back right down. And unfortunately the man passed all the regulation and the laws and everything, get all his paperwork, and they still want to charge the man. They say they can't see the maxi from the inside. They go inside and put the machine on the glass. You know, it's wrong. You're supposed to, the man maxi seen from the front straight down to the back. The man 3 demerit points and 2 tickets. I'm calling on the Minister of Works and Roger Alexander to come up seriously. I know they will do the work, but it take time, but to take all the demerit points clean and the property taxes officers, very advantageous, the licensed officers. They are pushing that anytime they stop a vehicle, and some of the officers is alleged. So I'm calling on the government to remove all that demerit point. That is wickedness and evil to the drivers in Trinidad and Tobago. All have a blessed day. Take care and have a nice blessed day.
Nice. I just take you after that. Lennox Smith had to come in here, brother. Go ahead. I see a rail calling sent yesterday. Go ahead.
Yes, I know. I want to remind you.
Let him go through there quick, Lennox. Let him go through there quick. Nobody. Say yesterday, calling. Go ahead, nobody.
Yeah. Morning, nobody here. So that caller who talked the whole Venezuela situation, and he asked a question, how could we be tied up with Venezuela? Now, he kind of hit on the right track, eh? So here's my conspiracy theory, all right? It's bigger than Venezuela. It's bigger than Trinidad. The PNM, I think, within the last 5-ish years, or maybe as much as 10 years, has been infiltrated, okay? The traditional financiers of the PNM were trumped, kind of pushed out. It's like in a company where if you become the majority shareholder, you get the say. It was a new faction, right? The old man in faction, then you have the Orwelly faction, and then a new faction came in. I call it Stuartium faction. And unlike the other 2 factions, I think the Stuartium faction has international connections. And that international connection is the Chinese Communist Party. I know it's something crazy, but hear me out. You see, China wants to have influence in this side of the world. They already have that in Venezuela. Okay? And Venezuela is one of the biggest reserves of oil in the world. But it's sanctioned oil. Right? They needed to get a way to wash that oil. Right? Just like drugs people wash drug money, they needed a way to wash that oil. And Trinidad became that. Trinidad was washing Venezuelan oil. When we send oil to the Gulf of Mexico, to U.S. refineries, because that's what we were doing. We were sending oil from Trinidad to refineries in the Gulf of Mexico. They would refine it into fuel and ship it back to us. We were mixing into that and saying this is our oil. We were mixing into our oil, Venezuelan oil. And the proof, you get catch with your hand in the cookie jar. The hand in the cookie jar moment was when that tanker turned over in Tobago. Right? When that happened, it was proof for the world to see. Now, the people who wanted and needed to know this, the Americans, already knew it. They were tracking these ships. These things were leaving a lake in Maracaibo, coming across to Trinidad for many months and years. And they were being tracked. But, you know, in this world, they have these quiet wars that are always going on that we wouldn't know about until we know about it. And we knew about it when that tanker turned into the. This is massive. We are dealing and are caught up in, you know, big global matters. And us washing Venezuelan oil and the PNM being captured for that purpose is what explains why we were jumping through all kind of hoops to deal with Venezuela when we should have been dealing with Guyana. The Dragon gas deal is just this ridiculous situation that we were forced to saddle ourselves with simply because international interests wanted us to do it like that. Our government didn't have a say. Well, they had a say. They were involved in it, but bigger international players wanted it so. And we were playing along. And we were playing along with it until Donald Trump came in. Yeah, because even the Biden regime was fairly weak when it comes to this matter. They weren't resisting as they should have. But now that Donald Trump has come in, well, game over. Which is good. Right? Hours, not even days, hours after our election made it clear that the UNC had won, Guyana made contact with us, suggesting that they would deal with us regarding oil and gas.
But I think the man changed his mind. He said, "Yeah, no, there are no gas, so we have some so now, the vice president." I think he ended up saying that.
There is no gas for anybody from Guyana right now. Guyana is not selling gas. The point is, we will almost certainly be their first customer. Guyana doesn't have gas to sell right now. Right? But they have oil. And what everybody is forgetting is, we have a refinery. And that refinery is one of the closest to Guyana, if not the closest. And it can refine both sour and sweet crudes. You know, light sweet crude and heavy crudes. So, and Guyana would not have such a refinery for the next 10 years. So almost certainly we are going to do business with them regarding the oil. And when Guyana first starts to sell their gas, it will be us, almost certainly. Right? But the point is, the caller was trying to figure out how could we have been caught up in all of that. And my answer to you is, the PNM was captured by the Chinese Communist Party and used for their own global purposes. Right? That's my conspiracy theory. The good news is, all that is more or less squashed now. And the Guyanese, I mean, between Guyana, Grenada, and our new oil finds and gas finds, you get that refinery up and running. And that might take a year and something resembling $3 billion TT. You get that refinery back up and running. And our economy will start to churn. By the time Guyana is ready to sell gas in about 2 to 3 years, and gas will receive that as well, you get that refinery up and running. And that might take a year and some. And by year 3 or 4 of this regime, Trinidad and Tobago is going to be in a new oil and gas boom. Trust me when I say that, because we will be receiving the input. We already have the ability to make everything from fuel, you name it. In the oil and gas business, we can make it. Methanol, all the gases. The only thing we don't do is plastic. Right?
Right.
So within 3 to 4 years, we are the beginning of a new boom. And from then, this government will be able to do a lot of the other programs they need to do. And I want to say it like that because people need to understand the situation. We're not going to be able to do certain things now. Right? We have to get things running up in stages. Refinery first. Okay.
All right, my brother, nobody. Lennox Smith, you go out, boy. Go ahead, my brother. Well, I know you want to have your 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents. You have your front burner. Go ahead, my brother.
No. My voice is a bit impaired, after, of course, talking on a daily basis, twice a day in particular. But very interesting developments that are taking place. The whole question of Trinidad and Tobago's denial. In fact, I have a copy of the press release from the Ministry of Defense denying knowledge of any paramilitary entity staging some kind of entry from Trinidad into the eastern part of Venezuela. But of course, that doesn't stop the Venezuelan authority from laying the claim. Yes, I can also, of course, generate some kind of conspiracy theory in the absence, of course, of the bold and unadulterated facts. That, of course, it could be part and parcel of a dog whistle blowing exercise by Maduro to, of course, telegraph not only to the region but to the rest of the world, the hemisphere, that there is something afoot and possibly with the agreement of the Trinidad and Tobago government. And I will venture to say, however, that may be as a result, as one caller would have said it earlier, could be because of the fallout consequential of the change of government, and a government that is less salubrious, or put another way, maybe hostile to the Venezuelans. And of course, they will have every reason, if I was a Venezuelan, they will have every reason to do so, because of course the first statement that was made, one of the first statements was that the Dragon deal is dead. So that tells me immediately the upfront money that were being paid, about $1 million US, I think, annually, would cease immediately. But of course, that would be good news to the Trump administration, having regard, of course, to its internal focus and its policy position as far as Venezuela is concerned, and of course the increasing sanctions, as well as increasing the price on Maduro's head. I think it moved from 15 million US to 25 million, if I'm not mistaken. The bounty that is on his head, I don't know if it's whether dead or alive. But of course, that is the nature of the relationship between the U.S. and Venezuela, and of course, Trinidad and Tobago being, of course, a sort of grass as the two elephants fight, so to speak. But very, very interesting. It was Dr. Rowley, of course, I remember very distinctly, just for nostalgic and information's sake. When Kamla Prasad Bisasa, about 2014, was it? Yes, 14, signed that that arrangement at the United Nations, co-sponsoring a resolution calling for the attack or the agreement to avoid terrorists or to alert countries about terrorist activities. Of course, the Americans having had very recent, what would have been in their minds, 9/11 and what transpired there, and therefore, of course, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Jamaican Prime Minister, and Obama co-sponsored that resolution in the United Nations. But I'm saying all this to say that while that was happening, it was Dr. Rowley who said that was a bad deal, because it means that to Trinidad and Tobago, as a result of that, terrorists will be attracted. And yet still, when he got into office, and not dissimilar to many of the other statements that he would have made, but that turned out to be the antithesis of what his position would have been whilst in opposition. He then, of course, engaged Venezuela at every cost, almost sacrificing the entire Trinidad and Tobago, and that is what has transpired. And now it turned out to be nothing for us. And but of course, Venezuela has benefited, and now they have moved on, of course, to some kind of other what I consider to be international or hemispheric shenanigans against the United States. So that is the reality, and we cannot we cannot dismiss that, and we have to, of course, accept that as a fact and be very, very cautious. I would advise the government, however, to be on full alert because Maduro may well be something may well be up his sleeve in terms of course, attempting to continue the belligerence that we have seen him. Maduro is capable of generating for his domestic political and influence survival. That is all what is about as far as Maduro is concerned. So that is as is, of course. The other area that I would like to just touch on is, of course, Caesar's reappointment as a judge. She is in the civil courts, the High Court, civil, and of course there are some concerns that that has no consequences for the Chief Justice. I suppose the Chief Justice can say that the Judicial Service Commission, which of course was central to that debacle that reached all the way to the Privy Council, and it turned out that, of course, she was correct. She won. She has to be and was in fact reinstated, and of course the state has to pay a heaping set of money to her now in terms of compensation and for the trauma that they allowed her to go through. But the point I am making is that, of course, none of the members of that deciding body that took the decision, there are no consequences for them, including, of course, the CJ. Some people are asking for heads to roll, but I cannot see any heads rolling, having regard to the fact that the Judicial Service Commission or Judicial and Legal Service Commission really is comprised of a body. In other words, more than one person. So what are you going to do? You cannot select out the Chief Justice. So he has, whether or not he is culpable or whether or not he engaged in undue influence to have the outcome that eventually saw Caesar going to court and so on. Of course, there's no water under the bridge, but it's part of our history in terms of the evolution of our judicial system in Trinidad and Tobago. So it only has academic value at this point in time. But people are calling for heads to rule. I can't see any heads ruling in such circumstance. Because I'm seeing him saying, I mean, what are you saying? Is 3 or 4 of us made that decision? It's not me alone. And therefore, why target me? So those are some of the issues that I would want to address at this point in time. As I said, I have a copy of the statement made by the Defense Ministry, media release indicating their position. Maybe it's a short one, so if you wish, I'll read it quickly for you. Media, of course, that was yesterday, issued by the Ministry of Defense, and it says as follows: media release claims that Colombian paramilitary groups entering eastern Venezuela through Trinidad and Tobago. Port of Spain, Trinidad. The Ministry of Defense is aware of recent reports concerning a claim made by the President of the Bolivian Republic of Venezuela, alleging the infiltration of Colombian paramilitary groups into eastern Venezuela through Trinidad and Tobago. In response to these claims, the Ministry of Defense has initiated a comprehensive investigation. Preliminary findings indicate that there is currently no evidence to support these allegations. However, the ministry is taking immediate and decisive steps to address the matter with the utmost seriousness and urgency. As part of our ongoing commitment to national security, the ministry is working in close coordination with law enforcement agencies and security forces to enhance surveillance and reinforce border security in critical areas. Additionally, we will be engaging with our Venezuelan counterparts through the appropriate diplomatic channels to gather any relevant information or evidence that could assist in this matter. The safety and the security of our citizens remain our highest priority. The public can be assured that the ministry is closely monitoring the situation and will continue to provide timely and credible updates through the usual communication channels. So that's the position of the Ministry of Defense. I thought it's important to read it out in its entirety so people do not guess here, there, and everywhere and speculate or generate any conspiracy theory. That's the position of the Ministry of Defense, of course, headed by Mr. Wayne Sturge, and that is the situation as it stands. I don't know if you have any questions, Andy, that you want. I think the release speaks for itself. There's no need for me to add or take away, although, of course, anybody can comment on what the Chancellor could either believe, don't believe, or anywhere in between that statement they may want to place an argument. So, Andy, that's
nice.
it.
Point. Well, I heard that updates. Lennox Smith's front burners. So the lines are open to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The numbers to call: 225-6644, 225-6644, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. What's on your front burner, Trinidad and Tobago? What's supposed to make news that not making news? What's your contribution this morning on the #1 program, The Ground Report? Let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are locked on to us on Gael, Trinidad and Tobago, Gael, the Caribbean. A pleasant good morning to you, Gael family. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Calling from Arima.
Go ahead, Arima.
Good morning.
Mr. Lennox, I want to find out, do you need to go to Parliament to remove tax from food? I want to find out that. You need to go to Parliament to...
Lennox, you want to know if you need to go to Parliament in order to remove tax from food? Lennox Smith?
Yeah?
You might ask you something?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, he wants to know.
So I didn't hear what he said.
All right, but he wants to know. You gotta get headphones, you know.
Yes, just regurgitate from me now. You convey to me.
He wants to know if he wants to know if you need to go to Parliament in order to move taxes and things like on food, or if it could happen without going to Parliament.
Well, the government can make a decision on some things, like take for instance taking off VAT from certain items, putting on certain items. I suppose that could be an administrative thing. But when coming to, of course, let's say the repealing of the property tax, for example, that requires parliamentary, of course, agreement or approbation. Yeah. So it depends on the particular item.
I was concerned about food. I was concerned about food.
To address.
Right, about food, right? That's one thing. We have a month. That's just an order you have to make. We take in our tax. That ain't done yet. Right? This is things for the people. I talk about things for the people. They say I vote for. Another thing with the demerit points. Do you need to go to Parliament to take off the demerit points? Because I remember in the past, all we used to see is a flyer come off from the Ministry of Health. This demerit point come off. We're no longer with this demerit point. And then you would see that it was gazetted or whatever, and this demerit point come off, or they add on demerit points to this one. So I want to find out, do you need to go to Parliament to suspend or remove demerit points from happening? Because as is, tickets are still sharing, there are roadblocks all over the place, tickets sharing, and people are still getting demerit points. So I don't know if you need to go to Parliament to remove.
My apology here, but I'm not hearing him at all.
Because this, I think, simple thing that we don't need to go to Parliament.
I can't
It comes just like Trump. As the first day Trump come in, he started signing a set of executive orders. I know, yes, they have to get the time to get things in order, but simple things that they promise the people. Because I go into the groceries and like the grocery prices still increasing. If you say they want to take off tax from 7,000 items that they had before, it just need to make an order. Because when they do the budget, we're going to remove tax from gas. We're going to end with the immediate effect. Boom, gas price going up. They need to go to Parliament for that. You want to reduce price, check out them, Mr. Munilal, check what's going on with the thing. If they could do it, they could do it. If they can't, I don't see why they need to be waiting on simple things like this to help the people one time, because this is what we vote for. We vote for to get help, but it seems like things just going honky-dory, normal thing that they don't need to go Parliament for. I think they should be acting on it one time, because this is what we voted for. Act on it one time. Simple things where people want relief with food. It's not like we had to go to Parliament for these things. Simple things. I think what could be done should be done. For the people to say, all right, this is the promise we make. This is, I mean, I enforce nobody or nothing, but I think the simple thing to help the people at this point in time would be very greatly and much appreciated by the people. And don't wait, and the things that have to go to Parliament, we have to wait. Right? But simple things, and Lennox, I think we should, the government supposed to be removing these things as soon as they come in, because we don't need to go to thing for this. Let me see how we can help all the people. These are the voters, because I would say, no, these are the vote we in for, to move to give me legislation for thing. This is the vote we in for, but so far we ain't seeing nothing, and this is what, and sometimes this is the thing that upsets some people. Yes, we know we have to wait on some things. We're giving the government the time, but the simple things like food, because the guy going to the market is $18 a pound for cucumber, from $6, $18, right? Tomato going back to $20 a pound and them kind of thing. Yes, we know it has some rain, but we people still need to get the relief that they want. And so far, everything going as normal, crime the same way. They said they had crime, and we had to wait and see when this crime plan. And the one was waiting for the finance minister to come out and give his report, because she said the next day the finance, up to now, we can't get a report from the finance minister. Things we're supposed to be hearing about, we're not hearing about these things, the campaign on. I mean, there's something we know we have to do many reports and waiting, but some things could come out, simple, small things by come out, like how to bring out the bus shooting, right? That little thing come out, piece by piece. I think on let the information come. If they can't give out everything in finance, give out what all they could give out, so the people can get a sign of relief. The same thing like in Tobago, remember, Andy, when they say we're going to investigate this thing in Tobago and that. Up to now, we ain't hearing nothing in Tobago. Tobago get quiet. And this is some of the things that I can't understand with our politicians in Trinidad and Tobago. There's campaign and coming on a whole hullabaloo, and when as they're reaching there, everything just get quiet down, and everybody just, somebody ministers even said, they know because they know what the portfolio is yet. They ain't sure how to operate and what kind of thing as yet. So they had to come better and start the ball and rolling, and not just waiting and going home. Same way, and people still suffering and all these kind of things, boy, and boy. I voted for betterment, and I want betterment, boy. I know everything can come one time, but simple things, so that then sign off as we come in, we say no tax, boom, no tax on food. Things can wait, we're going to go to Parliament for sure, right? Right, and anyway, I had some more things to say about our calling later. Let somebody else have a chance.
All right. Oh boy, morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution to the Going Report this morning?
Morning, gentlemen, morning. Andy and Lennox are watching the lotto draw last night. The woman come on the thing and start drawing, the ball start bubbling in the machine. All of a sudden, the machine break down. A woman came from behind and started with a tray of balls and then start putting more balls into the machine. And that is when the draw continued. Why all the balls weren't in the machine in the first place? What if the draw had taken place and those balls were missing from the machine? Is some kind of corruption and bubble taking place in that place? I'm calling on the government, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance to remove that ball from the NLCB and all the other managers. Thank you very much.
All right, Guru. Let's continue the calls. Oh boy. They're robbing people in the lotto. I read what Guru saying there. Go ahead.
Good morning, the Ground Report. Magnificent tree. Yeah, I just want to say something. Kamala Bikasa gave us update when she will be speaking to us on the 18th, isn't it? On the 18th, we will get to know what happened with the finance and all kind of thing, right? So we got a week. But what I'm going to talk about now is the same demerit point where everybody blasting for and all kind of thing. And I really can't even understand how this is a conversation. What the demerit point is, simply when they charge you for something, they put these points on you so that if you accumulate an amount of points, they could take away your license and things. That's what it is about. So that have nothing to do with how you drive on the road really or to save your life. But here is the problem. They charge a man for a smooth tire where they say dangerous to your life. Okay? And if this smooth tire dangerous to your life, they give you, let me say if it's $1,000 and 3 demerit for it and tell you go ahead. Why you have to go ahead if you have such a bad tire that could take your life? You're supposed to remain right there and change that tire. If you have to go and buy a new one, or you have to wreck your car, you're not supposed to drive that car. If this tire is so bad and you could cause people to lose their life or you could lose your life, it's not just about charging you for something to make it safe. If you ain't not him charge the man for a smooth tire if you want, and make him change the tire. But you give him a ticket, you give him the demerit point and tell him go ahead. You find that makes sense? Because you're going ahead with the same tire you know charge him for and give him demerit points where you could lose his life and kill up other people on the road too. So you have to be thinking outside of the box. So these laws that they have it are making sense really. Because at the end of the day, that is holding on to your steering wheel. You as a person have to hold on to that. So the demerit points, yes, get rid of that because that is just a draconian kind of thing. Where the money going? Arrive alive. Come on, man, we have to be better thinking than that. And for the shows, this morning we watching on Breaking Down, only this moment, where shows where Rowley at the police in front of the house in a kind of rotten down van, tarpaulin hanging from it. This is the kind of man we are running the country. He treat just like that for the past 10 years. That tarpaulin hanging over we head and we know what's going on. This man, when he come up from inside here, he come like he rides like he's a horse wearing blinkers. He can't see nothing on the side. He only sees straight, right? So them policemen, them who in that thing, they praise God, bandits are really going for them. Otherwise, them dead 40 times and they got in Rowley. Because that's what I see, ain't good at all. And he had them guarding in that. So that tells you how that man's mind is. Because if I was a prime minister and I have a man guiding me, I want them to be something real looking good and comfortable. That it wouldn't be an eyesore like that. So that tells you the kind of man Rowley is. I don't want to use the word that my father them used to say. But I could just tell it in a way and apologize to for it. They call that old nigger action. If it offends anybody, I apologize for that word. Because I really like to use that word. Because I'm of the same class. So, brother, good day for the time being.
Thank you very much, caller. Come on, next caller. I'll play some voice notes in a little bit.
Fella who wanted the prices to drop. Wait till the media.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, my love.
Hey, Miss Santa Cruz, go ahead.
Good morning, Andy. You're talking to a parrot. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Mickie, and to everybody out there. Andy,
10 years they sit down and they watch the destruction of this country. And I have been listening to the program for 10 years. I never hear nobody come one day when they waiting for the drop prices. That what we voted for. And one set of who shot John. And sometimes it's the what they consider something that the small things that take a little longer time to get done. Right? It's not just like that they can change food prices, Andy. And didn't she give us 100 days? 100 days, what her plans for was for the country? Didn't she give us that, Andy? With the ladies only there 36 days. 36 days. I mean, look at how much they're trying with the harder things first to make life easier with the harder things. 36 days. All the time they're not studying what it is the country, what could be done and what could not be done. When you call them out to protest for something, nobody coming out. But suddenly here this gentleman this morning, that what I vote for and that what I vote for, all of us voted for the same thing. How some of us can have to be patient and some of us don't want to have it, right? I mean, things will take time. I know nobody don't want to hear that. They want it at a wave. I said that, quite a few of us said that, that from the time she went, what they were putting up with all the time, they were wanting to wave a magic wand and get things done. But you can't do that. You can't do that. And the next thing, I am hearing yesterday from Bayram talking about if Roger Alexander, one of the ministers, the security ministers had to go away to learn something, if that is Hines. So wait. And what? If he's Hines and he had to go away to learn something and to come to take it back to Andy. So don't we all go to try to learn something new all the time, right? To bring it back and implement it even in our own homes, even in our own lives. What is wrong in they looking to see what other system that they could find, right? To help with fighting crime in the country. Why he didn't apply for the job of Minister of National Security? Everything is a criticism, Andy. Everything is a criticism. They take it too long. But they have to keep reminding people, Roger Alexander is not the Commissioner of Police. He's not the Commissioner of Police. We have a Commissioner of Police who's supposed to be fighting crime. The Ministry of Defense and Homeland Security supposed to be implementing policies, I think, for the police and them. How will you know it's not being done? How will you know that? You think you could just write a law and say, okay, look at pass. That this is not the PNM. They have to take the time. Well, I'm not saying take the time while people suffering or whatever. But things have to be done in a better way. Not what the PNM used to be doing. Andy, let me tell you something, We said it, and you've seen it. Again, it's only 36 days, and they want Mrs. Prasad Bissessa to work a miracle. Just now we're going to hear about we ain't get a raise in pension yet. Well, they done saying it already. Oh, Kamala, I promised the public servants and them the money, and up now she can't pay to them yet. But the lady has a 100-day plan. Her plans were what she was going to do for the first 100 days in the country. Go back and look at it. Go back. Maybe Lennox can remind us what it is. I don't want to get fed up, Andy. I really, really don't want to get fed up, but I'm getting angry.
Yes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do everything now.
You're getting... They want everything now. What they waited for 10 years. Right? And they still didn't get it. They want it now. Give way now. Right? Maybe she should start talking to them like how Rowdy used to talk to them, and then you go hear the difference. And thanks a lot. Take care and have a good one. So bye.
Oh boy.
I would advise Mr. Cruz, don't be frustrated and don't suggest or in any way entertain seeing in others that which maybe in you. You understand. It's not that they don't understand. They are pursuing a PNM agenda. And that is clear. The only people to, of course, benefit from that is through the PNM, and therefore, from logical, or should I say, deductive reasoning, you would see that that is being pursued by persons who are pretending that by now certain things should be rolled out. That obviously would have taken much more than a month. So don't be too clustered, or in any way take these people seriously. It's comic relief, really, and it is, of course, histrionics and pretense and deception, pursuing one agenda, because the PNM is talking the same kind of talk. So let us not waste time as to where the genesis of that kind of stupidity exists. The vast majority of the population saw through that, and they made a decision on the 28th of April. Let us, but for our purposes, we need, of course, to remind persons who may be tending to see these kinds of arguments as, of course, valid, when in fact they are totally and absolutely part of a propaganda agenda, projecting and promoting, of course, unreasonable, wicked, and diabolical PNM.
Go ahead, caller. Morning to you. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mickie K. What I want to say, Beckles and Farris, what happened to these people? They're not right in the head. That licks they get in that election have them going crazy. What they're saying is that they're going to have mass layoff, trying to get people afraid. But that is not so. UNC is about employment. It's about employing people, keeping people employed. Not like PNM to lay off people and cut people's salary, all these things. Another thing I want to say about the merit system. The government, they have to review the merit system, because over here in Canada, there's about 15 different violations that that people have been charged for. And if you want, I can send a list for you that people are being given the merit points for. Not for parking, not for all these things, not for global, not for broken windscreen. No. I could name a few. If you're speeding over 15 kilometers per hour, you get demerit points. If you run a traffic light, you get demerit points. If a school bus is stopped and you pass on the red light flashing, you get demerit points. If you're speeding, you get demerit points. If you're impaired driving, you get demerit points. If you're make an accident and you're impaired driving, you get demerit points. There are about 15 different violations over here that people get demerit points on. Not for parking, not for a broken headlight, not for a broken light that is not lighting in the back, not for a cracked windscreen. No, they give you a citation for these things and they tell you go and get fixed. You see? So in Trinidad, they have to review the demerit points. You know, they have to review the demerit points and bring it to par with everybody else. You know? Anyhow, you take care. Talk to you all.
My friend, I want to tell you, go to the top of the class, particularly for the first part of your presentation. And with the other part, let me say categorically, for that government, that was a revenue collection mechanism. That is what that was about. It wasn't about, of course, controlling behavior on the roads, or of course, or in any way attempting to save lives. Let me get that clear. With respect to the first part of your presentation, which I think was excellent, a beautiful assessment, and that is that when, of course, the dog whistle or the alarmist statements that were made by Al-Rari about massive layoffs in URP and CPEP and so on, what he was really doing is really attempting to commingle or to mix, but at the same time to generate some kind of sympathy for the PNM. Well, let me tell them and everybody this: there will be layoffs of all of the, if you want to call it layoffs, all of the political appointments in European CPEP that was given or sanctioned by the PNM. Let me repeat. There will be layoffs, so let's not waste time. There will be layoffs on the, or as far as targeting the political appointments by the UNs, by the PNM when it was in office. Let us not waste time. What he's trying to do is to generate an alarm that, of course, because that is inevitable. He knows that because that is what they did when the UNC demitted office. Let us not waste any time with these, what I consider to be con men and con women that is now part of the 13 persons of the 13th Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago coming out of a criminal enterprise called the PNM. So let's get clear. So whether I would like it or not, the fact of the matter is that political appointees by the PNM in European CPEP, and there are quite a lot of them, must go. The ordinary person who is seeking, of course, a job at 10 days, as the case may be, where the administrators, the executive arm of these institutions, placed there, of course, by the political directorate, whosoever that would have been at the time, including, of course, that of the PNM. Well, as it was for the UNC, they had to go. So too, it is now that the PNM turn has reached, and therefore all political appointees must go. All political appointees. But he is not making it look like that. He's trying, of course, to hoodwink the population to make it look as though when these people eventually go, that somehow they on merit got their job and they were ordinary Joes in the society and who would be seeking the services of these institutions. Let me repeat, yes, Al-Rari, every single political appointee under the PNM, that the UNC, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and the coalition of interests would have been saddled with or left over from your administration, they must go. They must go. Because it's only those that the UNC appoints will be able to pursue their policy as the same rationale you would have used when you dismissed the UNC operatives in 2015 and replaced them with PNM operatives. You don't want it for yourself, but you want to exhibit it for others. All your tales.
Nice. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, good morning. I want to tell the opposition leader and all Shrestha immigrants and them. I want to tell all them, leave this government alone, because our honorable Prime Minister is the person in charge now, or you're not in charge, or he's on the opposite side. You understand? Leave us alone, or he's out of place. Or you come out of place to test to say what she should do, what she shouldn't do, And when one in government, or they do run nobody, or they do put them on, that is all we need our space. We won the election, we have our people to play, and all you have all the spies out there still. All you have spies still in the ministry undermining and undermining this government. So we need all you to get out, because we have a job to take care of. We have to run the country. We have to make sure we set up now. This country is in order. All you have them disarranged. All you have them out of order. Then when you was there, or you did so much wrong things to us, we set us now this country. You understand? It's 5,000 and something that killed. 5,000 and something set us lost their lives. And all you want to come back now, after all this drunkenness, all you want to come back now and tell people how to run the country. No, don't tell us how to run the country. Study to run your opposition and pray to God that you end up staying there, because everybody jealous, everybody fighting you down. All your comrades and them, they're fighting you down. You think they want you to have that position, eh? No, they're fighting you down. So mind all your business.
Thank you very much. Next caller. Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm from Grandy.
Yes, go ahead, Grandy first. Go ahead, Grandy first. WhatsApp call you. Go right after the lady. Go ahead, Grandy.
Okay.
Yes, I am from Grandy, and my contribution this morning is a joy seeing the TV and hearing that our Prime Minister has been awarded. She has been awarded the Caribbean Leadership. I can't explain, but she has been rewarded in the Caribbean.
Global award, yes.
Yeah, global
award, yes.
We all need to talk about. We are enjoy of that. We're proud of our Prime Minister, and that's first. The next thing is that the Psalm 1 tells us, "Blessed is the man who walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly." And right now, the ungodly is the opposition, the PNM, because everything that I've done in the 9 years till now, and they're still trying to mash up this country. They're still trying to destroy the small man, you know. And praise God that the people of Trinidad and Tobago is getting wiser now to recognize. And when they talk the nonsense, they can't fool us. As it said, blessed is the man who walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You know, so I just called this morning with a joy from a Prime Minister, you know, boasting up. And yes, I could boast up to the other Caribbean, whoever. We are tough. We are tough. No matter what they try to do here. God in control with us. And it's a joy for me to contribute this morning to Mr. Lennox, Mr. Andy, and Mr. Mickie K. You know, it's a joy to me to call on your program because when I connect to this program, you know, you all are full of love. Every one of you all are full of love. It's not one different. The three of you all, you does everything with a passion for the country and for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And it is a joy for me to talk to you all in the morning when I could. And you all have a God-filled day today. God in control.
Thank you very much. Next caller. Go ahead, caller. Morning to you. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution this morning?
Yeah, calling out 11 till Mickie K, Lennox, and Andy. Good morning. Are you hearing me loud and clear this morning?
Loud and clear, reporter.
Loud and clear, my friend. Loud and clear. At least I hear you, yes.
Right. Yeah, Andy and Ole, I want Ole to do ever forget. I feel people forget. The PNM is using these relief programs to mobilize the ground against and weaponize the ground against the government. You have to remove those contractors and you workers of CPEP. I'm going to say it again. Before the election, I keep saying it because they started to use a scare tactic on you. When contractors have to be moved from projects, it is not the teams. It is not the teams and them. Don't let them put that in all their head. I see that going on right now. Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and Roberts, don't allow the PNM to mobilize themselves from the URP and the CPEP position. That is what they did and get a second term. Is that part of the ground they are using? Remove those contractors. The same way how Dr. Rowley take office and say the country running on fumes and went and buy pictures to make him comfortable. Pay off some of these contractors and get rid of them. You will save election results from coming up against us just so. Don't get tired with this PNM. It's notice Faris and Rari come out and trying to defend the position because you realize you get good licks down in the area with what you do. They all are trying to keep the CPF workers because it was created by Patrick Manning. They want to keep it as a PNM machinery. You must remove those contractors with immediate effect. You must do that in order to keep the ground stable because the PNM is going to use these people and weaponize them against the government. Don't allow that, Annie Roberts. Remember the kind of politics the PNM know and what they will do. That is what they are doing. I find these contractors still there. Right now, these contractors, all they have to leave in is the whacker, the rake, the shovel, and the broom. The workers stay right there. Right now, they're still trying to tell the workers and them that this government bad, the government is going to fire them. That is impossible. That will never happen. We never get no contract. We have no written contract as workers towards the government. It's the man who employ us. Remove that people, remove those CPNM contractors. You must remove them. If you have, I hear one telling us some people, he have till 2029. Which contract in CPM having a contractor to be around till 2029 and the workers and them want to be arguing that point and the community block on the block and them be talking. These things is lies. They're trying to weaponize the root of the country against the government by CPM and URP. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Remove them. Save this country. Bye.
Nice. Next caller, morning.
That fella understands political appointees movement must exit, must be jettisoned. That is what we are talking about. Very good, my friend. Go ahead.
Go ahead, caller.
Morning to the big old man. Morning to Andy. Morning to Mike, whoever Mikey is. Reporter, I couldn't say. Reporter, right on the ball. These people supposed to leave. Already they supposed to leave. All of these political appointees still holding on. And because they know the Prime Minister so off and she I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Man, there's a war, you know. I want to tell you, there's a war we in. And all we right now, we're on the winning team. The Prime Minister come out and said, the other day I heard there was interviewing and they asked her about that. She said, well, they say they're not going anywhere, but we will see, we will wait and see. Wait and see for what? Did they have to go come out with the iron gloves and let them know? You have other people that replace them according to the reporter, all these PNM contractors who they put in office just before election and fanning up the people and making the people believe when they come in they would fire all everybody. It's because they know what they put in inside, they know what they put in overnight, have to go. And it's stupid people don't want to go and believe that they would say, yeah boy, it's really true, you know what I was saying. You ain't see how they come in, they send home this and they send home that. But all they know, look, I was listening to Dale and Tony on the I station, but everybody like the PNM station, Dale and Tony. And they were saying yesterday, but you can't understand why they don't leave. He said, because, I mean, the right thing is the right thing when the PNM was in office. And when the UNC was in office, as soon as they lost the election, the next day everybody wanted them to leave. So they know all those fellows who were their political appointees. Oh gosh, all they step down now, man. We have other people to replace them. All these contractors, these PNM contractors, were taking a set of thousands of people before the election because they know they was going to lose. That is what Harry Billing on every morning talking about that. Or they will see how much 1,000 of them will be going and this and that. That is what they set up before the election because they know when the UNC win, all of them have to go. So Harry come in front and say, all what's going on? You see all these European CPF, they will send them all of them. So when they do happen, the people will say, you know the people ignorant and stupid, them PNM people. They will say, yeah, boy, it's true. Harry was saying, yes, it's true. So I'm ordering the Prime Minister, have your head on, Madam Prime Minister. Don't let them push you around like in the first term. Put on the iron gloves, go out there and box and fight and let them know that they're a serious woman. Don't put on no kid glove. Kid glove was for the first, you see what I'm saying, for the first term. Or the kid glove, lick you up. Put on them kid gloves, put on the iron gloves, and come out and fight. And they're going to iron on them. What they have to go, and they have to go. And we have people outside waiting to take their place. Locked on and listening.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
I'm calling from the beat, Andy. Good morning to you, Mikey K. Andy?
Oh, I'm telling Lennox Smith. Lennox Smith there too. You're telling Lennox Smith morning too?
Yeah, morning Lennox Smith if I'm not going to tell. Yeah, but I don't know why you continue to study that until. Anyhow, CUF director, whoever is the director. Andy, our reporter, you have continue to be a productive and a straightforward caller and making a lot of sense. It's time for them to go, Andy. Now, I don't know if you want to reiterate and remember this. For Gerald, you remember you call the CPET chairman and you tell him, Anderson Wilson, get rid of Anderson Wilson. He didn't have no paperwork in that, you know. I just received a letter. Right, for Gerald, but that's kneel long and say my prayers. I wonder if them that you put there for Gerald, you know these young ladies that are working up in CPAP? Right? Them have to go. UNC have young ladies. that could fit that position. To the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisasa, to the Honorable Jolene John, to the Honorable Dr. Munilal Kadisha Amen, David Lee. I know some of them still talking because they're waiting for the house too. And to all at the other Roberts, the people who does reach the ground, remember, UNC people suffer for the 10 years we know the PNM. They victimize them. They take their jobs. Right? They have nothing the PNM they ain't doing. They have a young lady down by us. Trying to make sure she disability grant was taken away from her, because she does have on a UNC jersey. It has nothing what they do. Until the Honorable Prime Minister again, I just said, you was soft. I mean, taking it to be soft this wrong. We need a how to get rid of them. But this is the PNM saying, Andy, we'll get it straight. Or they want to close down PNM and rename it, or they want to close it down to get rid of the contractors. If it's that all they want to do, if all they shut it down for a fortnight, just to get rid of these contractors, there are plenty lawyers in the UNC and are calling upon these attorneys from senior counsel go straight up to straight back down and have in the UNC. Look through the clause at this thing where they had called the last week before election, they had called all CPEP contractors, all PNM contractors. See how much India not get a contract renewed for the 4 years. 4 years? So one to the UNC supporters, one to the UNC gum people, one to the UNC people who will lose their jobs within the CPEP and all, because they didn't want to go to a meeting and these things. We need to get hard with these people. We need to look at self-help. The East Border Spain Corporation, the East Border Spain Development. We need that board. If that board ain't changed yet, all the joking. Multitask these things for Anderson Wilson. Multitask it for Trinidad and Tobago. Multitask these areas for the children, for the single parents, for the Down syndrome, for the special children. Multitask these areas. The URP, the Boston House, people running that down. URP are not really interested in. Right? But the PNM people, Boston, they're still in control. And that URP don't import a Spain there. We need to deal with that. These is things, political people, political supporters, they will the PNM choose to give to them. So I call it on the UNC once again, get rid of these contractors that are in the CPEP presently. Make room for the supporters, make room for a better nation, make room for right-thinking people. And the man who want to call him madman who want to get the food card. And somebody send madman number for me. Madman, you'll get a call from the minister advisor and you'll get a date. I believe it might be tomorrow. I don't think you'll go down today. Right? You go down there with your ID card and you'll be able to receive your food card. Wherever you're in. I know you by voice, I know you by senior in all them protests. The minister hear you cry. So you go down there with your ID card for me, brother man, and receive your food card. And the other corner listening.
Oh boy, well, I will send Madman number for you. I will send Madman. Madman, if you have Anderson Wilson number, call him. Right? Call him to get whatever information. If what he's saying, credible. Oh boy. So the lines are open here, Trinidad and Tobago. Lennox, we don't have no calls yet. So what I'll do is I'll play some voice notes. I'll play some voice notes by the time.
Yes, I see that Chief Justice, Archie, he should have do the honorable thing and resign. Right? He should have resigned from that work after he caused already 7 years, 7 or 8 years in the wilderness due to his job. And all that money that they have to be paid back, it should have come from his pocket. Because he's the one caused the lady to be into hardship. Not the taxpayer of this country. He promised the lady a job and then fire she. He's too damn wicked. If he had any type of decency and honesty about him, he'd have resigned. Because he's a wicked man to do the woman that. Have a good day, gentlemen. Review that, man. Review budget. Wait till see what gonna happen, right? Everybody wants everything done one time, boy. Or they hold all this and the woman taking thing by stride, right? When PNM was suffering people for 10 years, everybody more gets zip. They get pip, right? No. Everybody talking about everything one time. Wait till the mid-year review budget, then we go see what happening there, right? Hold all their horses.
Brother Andy Pleasant, good morning again. Now, we have to remember, right? And we have to stay focused. After the 28th, when the election was won by the United National Congress, it had a military exercise in Chagramas where it had an American Coast Guard boat was here training people helicopter-wise and these kind of things, so up and down. And now all these are things that they will be watching, right? Because they realize America now coming in. Remember now, when Ms. Kamala Bissassa, when we win the election, the American vice president, he congratulated her, you understand? Wish her all the best, wish her well. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we have to remember and do not forget, Stuart Young and the 1% opened the borders for the Venezuelan to come in this country for the purpose of cheap labor. Trust me, Trinidad and Tobago, understand that. At the time when laborers was asking for 300 and a skilled man was asking for 500, they decided to change the narrative and they're bringing cheap labor in the country by influxing the place with Spanish, with Venezuelans coming here and working cheap, right? That is why the crime situation reached to that level, because things where the little black boy used to look to go and do, he can't do it no more. So instead he go now and he smoking marijuana on the block and he have nothing to do. The same guns, they bring in guns here, free shit. Guns, you could get a gun right out like a bread. You know, we have to stay focused on these things, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, if you get a chance, play this voice note and let the people know. Mr. Stewart, Mr. Alexander, I want all you to watch these borders carefully. You see the Chagramas area where they be coming in from by the Grand Ride, from by the Bullnose, right, coming across the Grande. You see down in south, where they coming from La Pichère and all them places. I want a little focus on these borders good, because we don't know what these people have. Remember, when Maurice Bishop was the Prime Minister of Grenada and the Cubans wanted Grenada, they sent a set of people in Grenada, and there's guys like workers and construction workers, and the day the Bacchanal start, they realized all them people was militant people for the Cuban administration, and they was in the Cuban military. So, and we all know, and you all supposed to know, that Venezuela have something like America. When you reach a certain age, you just go and sign up to be part and parcel of the military. So, all you please focus on this thing. Serious, please, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, there's your boy Carnage. Doctor, and listening again. Reporter, well said reporter, because that is what before the election, that was making them believe that if all you and vote PNM, all you will lose all your job. Trinidad and Tobago is not the workers who cleaning the road. It's not the people who cutting the grass will lose all their job. It's the people who have the contract, who was politically appointed, the people who are the CPEP contract, the people who are the saying URP. It's not the workers who literally working. It's the people who was eating the food and supporting the PNM. It's they will lose. The people who have the contract So repeat it to them again, my brother, and well said, reporter, well said, my brother. Let them understand, because that what I wanted to believe. We go lost we work, and we go lost we work, and we go lost we work. That's why they was using the CPEP workers to all the rally, and they was giving them time off, and them thing, and paying them with taxpayers' money. Trinidad and Tobago, all they understand. Okay.
Nobody here. Talk about revenue, how you get revenue, it will come from your city finance stuff, but
Oh boy, go ahead, caller. I'll play them voice notes when the calls coming in. Go ahead, caller.
Andy, good morning. That gentleman is raising some very crucial point for action to be taken. Everybody has been talking about these Venezuela and Trinidad. In the first place, they are illegal. So when they come here, they have to look for work, and they are at the mercy of these employers. And what he said about the young people being deprived of a job, let's say in the grocery, in construction, all these bars where these Venezuelan women come. And one of the dangers to Trinidad society, these Venezuelan, they taking away all the Trinidad woman, man. All they realize what's going on. The Trinidad men like the pumpkin skin. So that is another problem. But the bigger issue is the importation of gun, the transshipment of narcotics. Since the US have closed the borders in America and Mexico, Trinidad is one of the most focal points where they have an exit to transport the drugs to other international markets. And not all the drugs that they bring will be going overseas. Whatever comes in Trinidad will be an epidemic like what we had in America. Thousands and thousands of young people will go into cocaine and other drugs. And then there's the issue of sex trafficking. And if taking away of foreign exchange, there is no bigger case that anybody could say that they cannot act on this issue. We have to have definite action taken to get rid of these illegals. They are polluting the country with a different type of culture. We imagine you're seeing a young Venezuelan girl with gun and stick in she waist and walking the streets of Curep. The hideous crime of cutting off heads and all these things. We never used to see this in Trinidad. All this thing has become abundant recently. So we have we don't have to court these Venezuelans in Trinidad. We don't have to treat them nice with gloves, because the dragon gas deal has gone. Look at the wild accusation Maduro is making. He wants to draw Trinidad into a conflict. You understand? We have to get rid of these people. And as the man was rightly saying, this is the views of nearly 95% of the population in Trinidad is trying to get rid of them in Venezuela. That they are military trained. They have compulsory military service in Venezuela. And when you watch these Venezuelans who come in Trinidad, they may looking hungry. They fatter than all them Trinidadians. They have better clothes. Some of them driving car, they own shops and all kind of different business they getting into in Trinidad. So we will be a place where all the drugs and the drug money will be a focus now. So we have to act. And I know it's a short time that the government is there, but this is one of the most burning issue in the crime situation, where the guns are coming. Guns are coming in through these Venezuelans. Even if 16, 20 Venezuelans could just come and land in Trinidad, how is it? Is it more difficult to bring in guns? It is so easy. It is an issue that we have to. This is a problem created by the last administration, as the man rightly said again, cheap labor. And the business community isn't going to say anything about it, because they're getting these Venezuelans to work for less than what we have to do. Another important issue is that when these people take up spaces in the hospitals, and we have to pay our medical bills. We owe $500 million to suppliers in the hospital. We have to pay for tablets for them, for nursing time, for doctor visit.
All these things we have to pay for. And I am sure life in Venezuela is not that hard as they are making it. And they are taking our foreign exchange and sending it back to Venezuela. Their foreign exchange, especially US dollar, they have big thriving black market in US dollars in Trinidad. These money going back to Venezuela. A trip from Trinidad to Venezuela is about $350 US. Where they getting that money from? That is money foreign exchange that we have, and they have to pay in US to go to Venezuela if they come here. Then they're bringing in all kind of illegal animals and foot and mouth disease spreading. Look now, the time we get it. Andy, nobody in Trinidad could say, beside the business people who benefiting, that these Venezuelans are welcome here. They have overstayed, they are welcome. Some of them in 9 and 10 years here, what they're doing here. The period was 2 years. We don't have to quote them again. The drug and gas deal is done, so we have to get rid of them. They have to go back and deal with their problems. Fight for your rights in your own country. When they come here, they have rights. They're fighting for rights in Trinidad, but they're leaving their country and running to come here. And most of them related to some kind of gang. You could say what you want, most of them related to some kind of gang. And they're not very nice in Trinidad. They're uncooperative now. They overstay their welcome. Time for them to go. Thank you, Andy.
The diversification may happen later in the regime. The big like.
Just I'll play that voice note after the calls. Morning, caller.
And good morning. Two things I want to address quickly this morning. One, Andy, when a person die, right, they have to get a new death certificate, the one like the plastic, right? Now, if a person lives in Matlock, they have to leave Matlock to go quite a Rima and wait for hours to get that death certificate. You tell me if that is right. Huh? Tell me if that is right. And you have to make sure you get that. I want to know if they cannot use the ordinary death certificate and then go and get the new one and present it after the funeral. I want to know that. Or couldn't they bring an office in Sunny Grande and do all these things? Why people have to leave Matlock to go quite Arima to get that done? You know what is it cost to go Arima? That's about, and to reach Arima is about 75 miles from Matlock. I mean, why the hardship on people in a little country like this? This thing should be corrected. Second point, Andy. Why people have to leave Matlock to go quite carefully to their taxis, they have to go there and get it inspected and wait. What kind of system we have operating in this country? We have a licensing office in Guayco, that's in Sunny Grande. Next to it is the Ministry of Works building with a big, massive, empty compound in the back of it. Couldn't they put up a session there where they could inspect vehicles? I mean, what kind of thing is that, Andy? Just need to be corrected, right? And the next point is, Andy, when I make my contribution, that is my view, that is my opinion, that is how I see things. And there are certain people who will come and contradict what I say and comment on nastily on what I say. I have my view. You have your view, everybody. I don't comment on nobody's view. But Mr. Barker will open him out, and I don't know how people like to listen to his contribution. People who like his contribution, their IQ had to be minus 100. Not me, you know. I don't like none of his contribution. Andy, my fourth point is.
Thank you very much, caller. Next caller. Good morning to you, caller. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Yeah, I'm calling from Success, Andy. Andy, listen now. I know here I'm talking about these Venezuelans and them here. And for years, Andy, I've been talking about those same Venezuelans, especially down in the Cacas and in them places down there. They're coming in by the boatloads, right? And they have this country in a mess. You should see down there. I don't know how come they didn't send the army and thing down in the Cacas and them places and rounds up them Venezuelans and them. Remember when Rowley bring Delcy and them in the country here? Right? I was wondering, how come Rowley didn't get charged with treason? Huh? All this kind of madness, the Venezuelans and them here, them ain't even paying NIS, right? They're flooding up with health services, right? They're all over the place. When you talk about some of the heinous crime I see down in the south only, right? What we really doing, right? I want the government to put a handle and get a handle on these Venezuelans and them, those illegal ones and them, and pack them up and send them packing, you know, because them mashing up this place too, you know. Them really not contributing to this country, you know. They're sucking me dry. They PNM, all I PNM, they Stuart and Rowley. They had this place in a mess. They leave the country in a mess. No, I hear Maduro talking, you know, right? Trying to bring me to some bacchanal, right? So we have to deal with this situation, right? And send a strong message, not only to Venezuela, but to anybody who want to put Trinidad and Tobago in a precarious situation, right? So people are Trinidad and Tobago, let me stand up and say, here we're going to do the right thing is the right thing, and let us do the right thing. You see, all them illegal Venezuelans and those other aliens and them in the country, the government had to put on the foot and say, hey, here what happened, enough is enough, right? And then Venezuelans and them send them back in. Because, watch me, they will overrun this country, you know. They will overrun this country, you know. We small, we 1.45 million. That means about 29 or 30 million people living in Venezuela. You understand? And they're sucking the country dry. Anyway, go on. God bless.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barakpur here. Andy, I just want to ask you a question. Is your program designed for people to like you?
No.
So when people call and talk about who they don't like and who they like, I feel them looking for friends, you know. I not, LGBTQ community or anything like that, you know. And when they talk the nonsense, we entitled to have a say, because somebody can just come on a public platform and talk a certain nonsense, and then nobody mustn't say nothing. I don't care if anybody criticizes whatever I say, you know. Probably I might learn from it, because I just see things of criticizing as constructive. So I probably wouldn't make that mistake again. I would learn from it. But if you continuously call and talk as certain rubbish, and people continually tell you, hey, tone it down, or you're on the wrong path, and you can't understand that, you feel like want anybody like me? I have wife and children and all kind of things will love me. And whosoever else, I don't need no more friends. I don't know nobody to put a ring on my finger. So whether or not who like me or who will like me, that's their business, that's their prerogative. You understand? Just don't touch me. We go down a different road in that way. Andy, but the more serious things, like I don't waste time in dotishness and all kind of stupidness with people who have egos to fulfill, and if somebody criticizes them, they're vexed and they see it as some kind of dotishness that you hate them or something. Me, I hate nobody in this world, you know. I never had an enemy and I don't hate nobody at all. Whether or not what I do or say, that's up to you. I have to live. And trust me, you see, within 5 minutes when I lie down in my bed, I just fall asleep like a baby. Comfortable and peaceful until I'm ready to get up. And every single day I get up 4 o'clock on the dot. Not a second earlier, not a second later. And be very peaceful and comfortable in my life. But, Andy, we talk about the Spanish and all these kind of things. But it's about community in this country. I just want to know if them is a ghost community. And they play a big role in our economic of Trinidad and Tobago, that's the Chinese community. I don't see them lining up in a bank. I don't see them going to no place to eat, like to say a restaurant over a double side your road. I don't see these people getting married. I don't see them when they're dead, they're getting buried. You don't see these people in our society in nothing. You don't see them shopping in our clothing store, nothing. And they play a major part in the economic structure of Trinidad and Tobago. They own the restaurant, they're running all the playway booths, they're running all the casino, everything. Plus they have all the groceries and things where they'll be open 24 hours and selling. And what we getting back from this community? If they are supporting nothing Trinidad and Tobago, and then you would see a group of them in one area, as soon as you see, you get to know them for a little while, they disappear and the next group coming in back again. And then they have US money more available than central bank. Where them getting this money and all this kind of thing. And nobody don't talk about that. Nobody don't make this a priority that, hey, hear what? These people are draining our economy also. Plus, you don't see them working no way. Besides in their own businesses. You won't see them walking taxi. You won't see them traveling. Nothing. They're just invisible. And I don't know if people don't look at these things. And we'll support them. The country will support them. You don't see them giving charity. You don't see them supporting carnival. Nothing. Yet, we, the local, the Trinidadian, they support their business and every industry that they have to the fullest. We go to the restaurant, we eat the Chinese food, we go to support the groceries, we do everything. But yet when they're dead, a local Trinidad funeral home can't get a body to bury. A local place to have a wedding, we can't get them to come in today to have a wedding to make some money, and a calypsonian could sing a few songs or some kind of thing to make a little money. So what this community is really give back to Trinidad and Tobago. We have to investigate this. We have to take this into consideration. So these people are so strategic. They will set up distractions and have you focusing it on down the left side and on the right side. They're shipping out things. A lot of the human trafficking and things that be taking place in these people community. Recently we've seen some in Port of Spain. They arrested a couple Chinese and it had a lot of illegal people who was in the establishment. So while we're being distracted by the Venezuelans and them, we're all through the community, they're traveling, they're eating, they're supporting everything, they're working hard and all this kind of thing. We have this ghost community in Trinidad and Tobago that nobody really pays attention to. And they are taking a big piece of the pie. And you don't know if they're banking it in Trinidad, if it's moving out, where this money is going. And we're supporting that. And we're getting distracted by the little girl we're walking in the bar and the fella we're digging the drain and doing this kind of thing. So that's just something to put the population on alert. And again, I don't want no friends. Who want to be my friends, you're welcome. Just like the Santa Cruz. Or let's stay on a little lane. Have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Morning caller.
Good morning, the Ground Report.
Good morning. And where are you calling from and what's your contribution in the #1 program?
Today I'm in Virginia.
Virginia. Go ahead, Virginia.
Yes. For the last 2 weeks I've been out of the country. So I'm in Virginia now. Guys, I called when was election. I think it was after election I called and I told you all, that person in the white suit got to go. I can see through her. She's not genuine. That's one. Give me a little minute. We're going with number 2. I hear everybody talking about the Venezuelan, they gotta go. Yes, they gotta go. I didn't say no. But look on the outside. Listen to me, guys.
When they deport the Jamaicans, and the Jamaicans go back to Jamaica, they do not stay there. One, because they're so ashamed. Two, they don't want them there. So what they do? They hop the country. There's a lot of them trying to go to Grenada, and they come into the country. If you look at it right now, I'm not down there, but I'm telling you the truth and the facts. They are coming in there, and they're taking people's wives. They're messing up homes. They're building little stall outside, doing the jerk chicken, the jerk pork. So it's not only the Venezuelan. The Jamaicans and all got to go. We got to start from the top with that lady in the white suit. I'm not calling names. I'm a traveling person and I'm not calling names. But she got to go first.
Who's in the white suit? But who in the white suit?
She sworn in the people for the inauguration.
But that the president. She's a Trinidadian.
I doesn't want to know. I don't care. She got to go from that post she hold.
Okay.
I am telling her I can see through her.
All right.
I'm telling her that she got to go. Wasn't she there when the PNM was there?
Yeah, the PNM appointee.
Wasn't she there when the president was there?
Yeah, the PNM appointee.
If you all sit down and look at when she sworn in this one and that one. See where she gave the grin. See where she gave the stone hard face to. Look at that lady. Go back and sit down and look. She's not genuine. She's not genuine, guys. So don't look only about the Jamaica, the Chinese. Yes, the Chinese going. Look at that young lady who walked the street with a gun. What is this? A Western show? And nobody did nothing? You can't find her? Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Stuart went to Venezuela a million and a zillion times. You know what he's going for? His stepdaughter lives in Venezuela. You all don't know that? Why? The outside people have to tell you all that. She lives in Venezuela. Stuart Young was with the mother and the daughter. That's why he goes over there. Come on, guys. Open all the eyes, open all the ears. You know, and the caller just before me, he is so right. He is so right, guys. Open all the eyes. Wipe it if it have yampi in it. I'm speaking just like you all down there, you know. Wipe all the eyes and open. Clean all the ears and listen. You know, it's terrible. The old people have to go through this and the young people is going through the same thing. I look at so much at the shows, Ian Ali show, and seeing the people going in the grocery all about and stealing, putting things in the pants. The woman putting it up in her legs. This is wrong. I will stop these things. That is how Trinidad is getting a bad name. Trinidad is getting such a bad, ugly name. Don't go to Trinidad. Don't go to Trinidad. Come on, guys. You all was the gem of the Caribbean. Let's get back there by opening our eyes and ears. Look, get rid. Do like Trump. Just get rid of them. Go in the grocery, pick them up from there. You have no papers? Out you go. Go in the work site. No papers? Out you go. Come on, guys. Stop the yapping, and act. Do the action now. But like I say again, I'll start from that top, that woman. I'm telling you. One of these good days, maybe I might let tell you why she got to go. One of these good days. I'm a traveling person. My job, I travel. Guys, I love you all down there. Maybe for 2 weeks, I didn't even listen to you all because, like I say, I'm traveling. You know? I pray for you all. I'm in the taxi. I'm on the plane. Everywhere I pray. Don't turn that out. You all beg for an observer. God was only observer. He granted a favor, so nobody's going to take all it. When God bless something, nobody can snatch it. He gave all the camera back, Mr. President. You know, he gave all it her back. Wait a little time, give her a little time. Everything will be fine. 10 years they were there. And what they do? Nothing. Lift the camera. By 10 months, you're all going to say, wow, this woman have action. Because she do have it. I love you guys. You know, don't forget. Try your best and get rid of that woman from the top. So it's not only the Chinese. You got to get rid of the Jamaicans too. They're a whole bunch of thieving. Oh, I can't say what I want to say. You know? They are so ashamed when they go back to the country. So they're hopping. Huh? They're flocking up Grenada. They're flocking up even St. Lucia. Because there's so much of them over there. The government over there, yes, they're taking them back. That's only talk. As they get there, they're hopping and they're going again. Because the own family does not want them. And please, I saw something about a gentleman on Ian Allen show. He's a truck driver. He went back home and his family don't want him and blah, 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 blah. You know, that family got to sit back and think what they're doing. They're shaming their own self for not helping the guy. You know? Help him out. But it got to be more to why they don't want to help him. I don't know why, but he need help. And I wish and I pray to God that he fall in the right person's hand for help. He is actually begging for help. If he didn't need it, he wouldn't have asked. Just like all the Trinidadian asking for help. There's another old guy begging for a food stamp. Well, help him out. If you can't get it from the government, can you all raise $5, $10 here? Sell a bag of popcorn, sell a candy on the road and help out. We got to put hands together and help. But do the right thing. Once we get rid of it, we never had. You know, like I said, I left home, I think 34, 36 years or somewhere down there. I stopped checking now. You know what I'm saying? Help out. Trinidad was never like that. And another thing, for tourism to come back strong and powerful, they got to start cleaning the beaches. Give these people work with bags and go and clean it. I travel here and there, I'm not going to say where. And the beaches are so clean. You know, send them there voluntarily and tell the people when they go on the beach, carry a trash bag with them and pick up the garbage, pick up after themselves. Please, guys. I know I'm taking long. They're going to say I'm like the caller before, but I'm sorry. Listen to me. I listen to y'all.
A fella, a Chihuahua go call, Andy. I tell about Santa Cruz and Miss Woodbook, all of them. But Andy, you have this lady from outside here, from Virginia, talking long. Oh, God.
That's okay. They can say long because they're not opening the eyes to see what I'm saying.
Yes.
You know, not only that, you know, my partner and all is saying, what's wrong with this little island, a little handful? You know,
Yes.
my partner Charles said, get off that bloody phone. Get off, you know.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Stop watching crap. That's crap. If they can't take it, what are you worrying about? It's my island. I'm a born Trinidadian. I love my people. I'm not there. The last time I was in Trinidad, I think was 7-8 years ago. I saw ashamed to say I'm a Trinidadian because the crap that goes on there. You know. Guys, I love you all. I love to listen to you all, to listen what the people are saying. Some talk things with sense, some talk dotishness. But the guy, the caller before me, he always speaks things with sense.
All right.
Always do that.
Yes.
You know, and the lady, I forgot her name, she always come on.
Who that?
You know,
Miss Roadbrook, Miss Santa Cruz.
Yes. She speaks with sense. So guys, open all your ears, listen. Open all your eyes, look. It's not only the Chinese man. Get rid of these people outside. In the only get girls, we had the Syrian. Okay, we give them a chance and we accept them. You know? Yes. Come on, guys. Now everybody, so they ain't gonna have a Trinidadian living in Trinidad no more? Now they don't want them outside. There's something on the internet. Jamaicans and the Trinidadians are not accepted in America. No visa for them. Come on, guys. There's so much thing I can stand here and tell you all. As I say, I'm traveling.
Yes,
Me and my partner get off from the phone. It hurts your head. When you finish, you yap.
Yeah, but you love your country, man. You love your country. You're a country woman.
Yes, I do. You know? So you know, guys, just look. Listen to the people and give the woman a little chance. Please, I'll give her a little chance. She's not 27. She's not 30. Even though she has that age, she can do it. She's powerful. She has a powerful mind and a big heart. Love you guys. Have a blessed one.
All right. Oh boy.
I know, Andy, that it's up to us to use our discretion, but somebody called with anxious impatience. He said, of course, she wants to call in, and there's so many people who are taking more time than that will allow her patience. So I just saying, I told her I'll send you a note, but this is a voice note.
All right. Oh boy. So she sent my voice note, or you send me?
No. I send you a voice note. This is a voice note.
All right. So I'll play it, right?
It was playing whilst we were talking.
Oh, all right.
Oh, so I send you anything. This is a voice note.
There's a voice note.
Tell you, some people are anxious. They want to call in bad. So I'm just letting you know that so you know what to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, online here, them only interfere with the woman here, boy. The one person here is saying already, I pray to God, like how she born in God. I say, where the hell? Slimy like he gone mad. He says, shame on you, Andy, shame on you. Slimy like he can't take on the woman at all. Well, that is what make me have the woman talking more. So I said, get into Slimy and Patricia Reid and all of them, they ever see them, they're going mad, the vex, the what the woman come off. The vex, ever see them, Slimy, Patricia, all hoodie. He said, what happened to short and sweet Andy? All them pay them coming off haters. They can't handle the woman. They don't like how the woman talking at all. That's where she go. Slimy say, get her off, Andy, cut her. Yeah, I say right. She said Andy mad. She said Slimy mad. Slimy is Andy who do the calling most of the times. He has his favorites. No, everybody's my favorite, man. Everybody's my favorite. Slimy say, shame on this dotish woman. Why he was going mad. Yeah, all of them PNM them was going mad. I will pull up the all the comments and them I'll put it up all the just now. Alright, I'll put it up in a bit. So let me, one of the lines are open, let me take some calls. Oh boy. Let me take some calls. Hello, good morning, caller. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good morning. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution this morning on the ground report?
Good morning, Andy. How are you? It's me, did call last week. It's Seabird.
Seabird from Jamaica?
Yes.
All right. Jamaica, go ahead.
What's on my mind this morning is abortion. The reason why a woman do abortion because it's her body and her decision.
It's based on it's based on her decision, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened? Like somebody like you're against abortion, you're for abortion. What's the reason? You only give me one here. Tell me, well, it's her decision, a woman's decision. Yeah, it's a woman's decision to take an abortion or don't have an abortion and all those various things. But why? What is the problem you have, if any, with that?
Because the reason why a woman do abortion because she has been raped and molested.
All right, and it have who does abortion that wasn't raped or molested. They just had a night out and something come where ain't supposed to, and they decide to get rid of it. That is how some women do. So it's not only rape and molestation, this bring abortion. Most times in Trinidad and Tobago, in most countries, is just unwanted pregnancies, and the majority of the time is what is bring the abortion.
Because if a woman abort her baby, she can be arrested and charged. You know that when a woman abort her baby, she can experience bleeding.
Okay then. All right. And yes, you could be arrested and charged. Abortion is against the law in Trinidad and Tobago. Is it against the law in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Well, thanks so much for bringing your concerns to us. You say you should expect abortion. You ain't really like it because they will experience a lot of bleeding. They could even lose their life in that process and all those various things. All right. Thanks so much. Oh boy, oh boy.
Andy, my brother, good morning. Lennox and company. Good morning. This is Waterfield speaking here. That woman who is traveling outside of Trinidad, who just made her contribution, man, I love her. I love her. She put water in my eyes. I cannot listen to her for a very long time.
Playing some voice notes now, earlier, please.
Andy, my brother, good morning. Lennox and company. Good morning. This is Waterfield speaking here. That woman who is traveling outside of Trinidad, who just made her contribution, man, I love her. I love her. She put water in my eyes. I cannot listen to her for a very long time this morning because she is an eye-opener to us. We have to take heed. We have to listen to her properly. Take time out and analyze what she was saying. She is an eye-opener, and she gives Mr. Barakpur his credit. My brother, we love you. You continue doing what you're doing, Barakpur. You continue making your contribution. It is positive, right? We thank you. We love you. We accept. We welcome you, my brother. And to the lady outside again, you continue calling Trinidad, Miss Lady. You are wonderful. You all have a good day. Thanks.
And to the Pitbull Ground Report, Mickie K and Lennox Smith, I want to put this in the public space one time as well. Under the PNM with CPEP, when they took office, when they took office with Hippolyte, the late Hippolyte was around, they didn't have enough contractors for the area. That is how I think Faris Alwari is responsible, I think, alleged with some CPEP contracts in the San Fernando area. You follow me? So those contractors and them will have no other choice than to surrender themselves because they know how they got there. And the nearest government minister to these areas bordering the PNM constituency is the brother from Salmon. Yeah, the brother from Salmon there. Yeah. He's the only one close, and he could, that is Saddam Hussein, I think it's Saddam, brother Saddam. Yeah, you could put some of these contracts under him because he would look into the same direction that the PNM use, because what is good for one is good for all. Not everything is really good for all, but at some things you have to work to because that settings with the ground relief program and then with the country. That is a part of keeping the root of the country calm and not being dictated by anyone to mobilize themselves into a direction that is going to benefit the next one. So this is why I see I have to remove these people by any means necessary. One government minister, Hippolyte, was in charge of real CPEP contracts across 70, and he was a government minister at the time. Check the record, Lennox Smith, Mickie K. Hold it, check that record. So even though there is not enough activists on the ground, is prepared to collect a government CPEP contract. They still could lock the contract within the government and then distribute it down to people who just put themselves in a position to control it. You understand? And that was done already here in Trinidad and Tobago since the CPF has been created. And good contribution, Brother Barapo. I listened to that contribution. That is how you respond to any critics that have a problem with you. You deal with issues that is going to affect this country if we don't look at it. Blessed morning.
Andy, good morning again to you, Mickie, Lennox, and to everybody out there. Andy, yesterday when Bayram called and was talking about he read, right? As said how he's saying it there, he read where one of the minister of security going away to learn to do something. You ask him where did he read it, right? He was fumbling to say he read it on social media. Now tell me, you read something on Facebook, which we know is a whole set of propaganda, right? And he couldn't say which site he read it on because I'm on a lot of groups and I have not read anything like that. Moving on, you read it there. You know it's a set of propaganda. You hesitate to answer. Right? And you come here now. You came here to spread it like peanut butter all over. That why you have to go? Why you have to go away to learn to fight how to fight crime? How they do it? Why didn't you apply for the job? Why didn't you apply for it? Right now, they're still taking, selecting people, sending your application. You and all you want to be advisors, right? Or they're sending all the application, or they might be chosen for something. Because you seem to be an advisor on everything. But you see, Andy, what is going on? There is a group of people, right? We know that there are PNMites supporters. That is what they are doing on the radio stations and them, all over social media. According to this saying, they're choking fire. Right? It have a next one, make a video about Arnold get caught. Arnold get caught lying with the boards and them. What did Arnold get caught with? What did he get caught with? And because of Arnold pushing the local politics after that 3 of the people from Angostura resigned, and eventually the rest of all the boards and then who feel that they will put there with cement, they will have to move. They're looking for attention. We know that was going to happen. And I am calling on our activists and them, our real activists and them. Or they be alert, be aware. And when they push, or they push back on them. We're not standing for this. She said she gave out a list of things, and I asked Lennox if he will remember it. I don't know if he did when I went to the kitchen or whatever, if I was closing the fridge door. Anyway, that she has plans to do the first 100 days, and some of them she did. You're not hearing no applause for what she did with the Children's Life Fund. That it could easily go to cabinet if they don't agree with whatever, because you know those people on the board of the Children's Life Fund, they love to play God, right? They love to play God. It's that when they're not working, and you go hear the next thing now. Andy, you know, cabinet goes late because every minister has to account for the week what is done. Right? They have to discuss plans and policies. Now, if it does not start at 1:30, oh, you go hear them. Oh, she was sleeping. She was sleeping. How much she now get up? Right? We recognizing it. We hearing it. We seeing it. And we know what to do now. Andy, good morning again to you, Lennox, Mickie, and to everybody. Andy, your program, the Ground Report, is about correcting misinformation, right? And I have been saying that for the longest while, okay? It is not, yes, everybody's allowed to make a contribution, but don't come here with your lies, your half-truth, your innuendo, and your propaganda, right? We are going to correct it. Because when a lie is left unannounced, it is going to flourish. Everybody's going to run away with that lie, that one little lie. It is going to mushroom. Okay? Andy, when somebody dies, and this has been going on since Jesus was in the creche. When somebody dies at home, I'll deal with that first. They die at home. Because most times, if your family and them die at home or whatever, you have to go to the registrar of the area where they fill out that form for you, declaring the person dead, right? You give them all the information and they fill it out for you. With that now, you now have to go and go to Kakabatu, go to wherever you have to go. Is when now you have to get the national insurance or other legal documents. Then you go and you get the death certificate. Well, I don't know what new one he's talking about, because the one that we are using now, the plastic looking one that has been in existence for over how many years? Maybe since 2019, all around here. So it's not new again, right? There's no other birth certificate that you can use. You use that to get all your national insurance, if you have to get insurance or whatever. You go to them and you get that. Right? And I'm speaking from experience, Andy. What it is that you have to do in order to bury your dead. And you have that first paper that you get, you have to, all the other documents have to accompany that in order to get anything. So coming now this morning and getting on in your usual drama queen manner, as though it's something that happened only a couple of weeks ago. That has not been in existence for the longest while. Give the people a chance. Who is to say they might set up? Because I remember when the partnership government was there, Prakash Ramada, as the legal affairs minister, has set up offices all over the country, even Tobago, to register that, because as he put it, Muslims bury their dead the same day, and give them the opportunity to be able to get their certificates and everything. Stop with the propaganda and making it sound as if something new. Come on, people. You don't want us to correct it, but don't come with the lies. Thanks, Andy.
Organized to and make disclaimers for two things. One lady mentioned about Mr. Young with both people. We don't know nothing about that. That is just again, we have no evidence of that. That is just stupid talk. And then the next disclaimer to again is that we have the power to give anybody any food cards. We don't have the power to do that. That's a process that people have to go through in order to get that. You understand? So everybody has to follow the process. We don't have that power neither. Oh boy, let me just finish off these voice notes and them. Yeah, I had to finish off these voice notes. If people take time to send their voice notes. So I had to play them out. Including nobody. I had to play voice note too. Alright, so let me just peep, check, see.
Good morning again, Andy. I know Santa Cruz would I get them, so that's why I ain't saying nothing. I knew it. I know Santa Cruz would I get them, so I keep quiet.
Andy, Lennox and Mickie lost with everybody. Good morning. I'm listening to this guy again, and I don't care, you know. I'm going to repeat it when they say it. I'm going to continue repeating this. He is hurrying to get the tax off of food prices. I understand that. The lady not there 2 months yet. Oh, we vote for this and we vote for this and we vote for this. Father, I don't know where these people, their patients need to calm down. They need to drink something to calm down. Right? She's going to get all this done. All you want is done. You want that done. You want drain clean. You want security. You want this. You want that. Wait a man. Paying them for 10 years. All didn't get it. The lady not there 2 months. And I don't know what is wrong with these people. I don't know if it is the parents people are doing that. I cannot believe you people rush Mrs. Business like this. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. They need to go and do something with themselves and their mind. I don't know what it is. And I have to keep repeating it, and I'm going to do it every time I hear them with a crap. I'm going to do it. You all have a blessed day.
Andy, when the VNM called a press conference one day, Amber coming out and talking a pack of nonsense about taxing. He wanted to tax people into oblivion, you know. That was his whole plan. You think it's even taxing people and they're getting benefits on that? And nothing wrong with that. But you pick up a set of property tax and they say you're going to do X, Y, and Z with what local election reform, and they take all the money and put it away in some other fund, right? And you use it towards that, you know. So which means they had no idea what they was doing. Election reform afoot. All that up set up pie in the sky. They didn't know the heck they was going, and he coming to tax people more, and tighten your belt and all kind of thing. The people never benefit from all the revenue fund windfall that they get when the war break out with Ukraine and Russia, right? We never benefit through that. They stifle the people and they cause a lot of trouble in this country for the economy to go bad. They borrow the country into bankruptcy now, and this government had to go and refinance all of them loans they take out. You go see for yourself when you see the finance minister come and read that media review budget. You go hear how the stupidness he do and how he put this country in a lot of difficulties, in a lot of debt. You go to hear for yourself and ball. Have a good morning, Andy and Lennox. You see how some of these social media activists in this country wicked? People like Marsha, the Mako worker, right? Minister Mako in camera business. All the time she quiet over this Fitzgerald Hines business. She come out a bump she gum on this issue with Maduro. What the hell she know? She's the Minister of National Security. What she know? Why she ain't gonna mind she man business? And others posting up one sort of foolishness to make it look like this government is responsible for the nonsense. Maduro talking up in his face. You have no evidence that he bringing, no paramilitary people coming from Trinidad to go in Venezuela to do what he? Look, Maduro ain't getting $1 million, that's plain fact, right? He used to collect $1 million and he's not getting that no more. So he tried to throw the UNC under the bus because they deposed his partner Rowley and Stuart Young. So he have nothing to collect. There he rocks so yeah. I hope Trump deal with he in time because he acting like a fool. He want deposing. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Mickie, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. Remember when Rowley was in opposition, what he said he will do to the government until he get them out of office. So this is what their opposition leader is trying to do now, Penelope P. Beckers, who is not relevant. So I don't know why all you keep talking about the PNM, they're out of office, and is that they will try all sorts of things to hoodwink the people of the nation who they know that is closed. He didn't open the schools to get them literate, they illiterate. So he will have them doing all sorts of things to believe that the government that now going for 3 weeks had to be a magician to wave a magic wand. But they left all the mess inside there for them to clean up, and we know how it is and what it is. So people of Trinidad and Tobago, stay focused, and every time they come out with a nonsense, thank you, Lennox, you're jamming them left, right, and center, you and Andy. And that is what the people want to hear. The narrative about these people, they're sickening, and they believe that them alone could run this country. This is not PNM country. This is the people of Trinidad and Tobago country. They lost the election, and it's that.
Thank you, Mother Bernie.
Good morning, Andy. It looked like Maduro ain't getting no more US dollars from Trinidad. So he trained Trinidad under the bus to say that we have paramilitary people coming from here to go by the country. Well, I know we joined Colombia, so them can't come in any other ways through Venezuela. It's a big border them have all around them. But they have to come through Trinidad for what kind of stupid is this Maduro talking about? If he partner he already not in power now, so he can do what he wants. But there you go, every stupidness. America watching him. As soon as he make a miss and try any stupidness, Trump go deal with he and dirty waters. But do rocks out your foolishness, eh? You understand? You gotta go. You gotta go before Trump leave office. You gotta go there, Andy.
Hello, Andy. This is Lower Santa Cruz. I am wrong before since the PNM start, because I just senior citizen. Them the closing down government, they close down train, close down Dunlop, Caroni, and the oil refinery. We tell them PNM people, leave Auntie Kamala alone. Leave her. You, Lennox, and the other guy, the panel, have a good day.
Andy, good morning. Krishna here. Lennox, good morning. And Mickie, good morning. Listen to me now, Andy, why? I call in and I can't get through, why? This outside woman who calling there and talking, what is she really talking about? What is she point? Up to now she talking to me, what she point, what she talking about the president in white, and you don't see she all kind of thing. That's, we don't hear anything by Andy, by. You see the deal with? That's what I keep telling you, I can't get you and calling in, so most of the man send voice note. As a man is calling by Andy, by. What's going on? All I'm making me put to lock up his ground report now, Andy, why? And switch to some other station, you know. Oh gosh, man, Andy, man. Cut you off, man. Locked on. Andy, good morning. Krishna here.
Good morning, gentlemen. I would like the Public Health Department in Cuba, that is the building just opposite Linda's Bakery on the main road in Cuba. I would like those persons to understand that the report that I have submitted regarding this gentleman who is dumping his immigrant sewage on my property, no one is taking a step to rectify my situation. I've called in on several occasions and nobody seems to take my complaint seriously. I've gone in there personally, I've gotten reports, dropping receipts and whatever, and when they keep calling them, they are blanking your call. There's all sorts of drama that is taking place. They told me they have sent the report to the Tunapuna, the public health inspector in Tunapuna. That gentleman is also giving me a runaround. My next step is to take the matter to the ministry. I would like to know if someone could help me there. Who is the relevant minister I should go to? Please, thank you very much. A man cannot destroy another man's property with sewage, raw sewage. Again, thank you.
Well, nobody here, so I don't focus on people, I focus on ideas. So,
Boy, I want to play that right after people only calling and disturbing the voice notes, man. But that is nothing. Caller, a pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
I'm calling from McBean.
McBean.
Pleasant good morning to you and your viewers.
Yes, yes.
This issue with Venezuela and Maduro, and he say the US send people, well, not he say people come through Trinidad. Remember a couple months ago, the US was holding war games here, and they had helicopters flying up and down all down in the carcass and landing and thing.
Oh.
This is not
a normal situation. The US want to get at that Venezuelan oil bad. And to get at that, they have to throw out Maduro. So they will do anything to throw out Maduro, partner. Don't just take it at face value and say Maduro making up things he want to invade Trinidad. The United States of America is a nasty, dirty government. They're killing people all over the world for resources. Look what they're trying to do this boy up in the Sahel Day. Ibrahim Traore.
Burkina
It's
Faso.
about 17.
Burkina Faso.
Yes, it's about 17 assassination attempts on that man's life since he take over. And all coming from the United States and France. People have to understand what the global politics going on here. So don't just jump on Maduro case. Maduro defending the country.
Okay.
Maduro win the last election and the US don't want to admit it because them had some candidate and the candidate lost.
Okay.
So they're not recognizing that government. Colombia, they have people in Colombia against the government too because the US through USA they send money to countries to disrupt government. So don't doubt that the Colombians pass through Trinidad to go there. And I've seen the Venezuelans saying a Trinidad national was involved and the whole he coming off the boat in Venezuela with all the guns and things. People want to know where the guns come from. The US Army was down here 2 months ago and they had helicopters landing in Caracas and they so it had planes flying all over the country. People want to know what them plane doing. Flying low. You understand?
Okay.
So don't just jump on a bandwagon and say Maduro want to invade Venezuela. And as we talk about that issue with Guyana and Venezuela and the Essequibo region, that is a long side, over 100 years that going on there. And the people who were adjudicating on that come out and say there was influence. There was influence to rule against Venezuela. Because if you go back in history and you check the map, right? When the British buy Guyana from the Dutch, right? The map have a different map to the existing map now. The British occupied that piece, the Essequibo region, because nobody wasn't actually, well, it only had Amerindians living in that area. So them come and claim that. And that is where the issue come up with Venezuela. People have to read and understand history. But as I say, that invasion thing is the US want to get at Maduro. Because they try through election and they fail. So they try through other means. Thank you, Andy.
All right, thank you, caller.
He asked why. And he said he can take criticism, so here it is, and it's constructive. He asked why, what do the Chinese give back? What do you mean, what do they give back? The market, the free market, the concept is somebody creates a value product or service, and a customer will then, to earn that product or service, will then pay that person for that service. And that fair exchange is as good as anyone can ask for as far as supporting you. It is unfortunate that in our culture, we do not see this exercise of free market as having a noble function. This is how our society works. When somebody provides a good or service to somebody else, and that other somebody else sees the value in it and rewards that person with it. That is the beauty of the free market. This concept that anybody owes us anything more than that they must support us, quote unquote, support us. They are supporting you. They are supporting you by providing a service or a product that you want or need. And we need to value that. And this is why we are so poor on entrepreneurship in this country and we rely on the government for everything. We do not have a culture understanding that this concept, this free market concept has value, is a beautiful thing. But I agree with him on one thing. He said, the Chinese around the world have been, I mean, you would see their labor. The Chinese Communist Party has used their people as cheap labor inside of China, but also outside. Those people you see in those groceries and so on, and Barco hinted at it, sometimes you see them, then they're gone, and next batch coming. A lot of these people, not all of them, but a lot of them are actually serving something of an indentureship here. I used to see it on the ocean, on the sea, with Chinese fishing fleets, where you literally, instead of serving a prison sentence in a prison in China, they would put you on a fishing boat for a 2-year period, or a 3-year period, or however long it is, and you would serve pretty much without pay. And that the owner of that fishing fleet would be somebody connected enough in the Chinese Communist Party to source cheap or no, zero labor, right?
Come on, buddy, I don't talk a little faster, yeah?
For him to flourish. This is a dark part of the Chinese community. Who would think damn thing dark? But this is a thing in the Chinese Communist Party that we are seeing all around us in our day-to-day lives, and we don't know it's happening. Right?
All right, let me finish these rest of voice notes.
And did you get the correspondence from Wayne Search? Remember, he said he was sending something with respect to the report of the so-called accident that he was allegedly involved in.
No, I ain't get it yet, but I know you have his number. Send a text to him now and tell him that you look, send a text him. I did. Yeah.
Andy Mickie, Lennox, Metro and Tobago Central here. Pleasant good morning. Andy, short and sweet, nice and simple, straight to the point. This is for Marshall Walker. Marshall Walker, why it is you don't mind your business, girl? There's a serious kind of symptomatic kind of something going on with you. What really going on with you? What happening? You're tripping off. You need to go and visit sentence. Go and check your skull. You need a CT scan. Leave the UNC business alone. You was there. You choose to leave. Leave it alone. You understand? You're only running up yourself and talking a set of 649 4x4 out of time and talk. Back down, Miss Lady. You're not making any sense. You understand what we're saying? Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to see you. You leave opposition to go on in opposition. Stay opposition forever and ever. We going forward. Right? So if you know, now you know. So, to my sweet, loyal supporters and educated people in this country, and the loyal ones to the nice, solid, educated platform called the Ground Report, let us continue focusing, being forward in this life by getting things done the right way and whatnot. We don't want no bad vibes and no attitude and all of that. Right? No negativity, is only positivity. And just remember, we is one people, one nation, and is one love we're rolling with. And it's goodness we want in this place. You hear? And it's that.
Andy, want to feel here again?
Yes, I did hear Lennox. I tell you text him now. I did send correspondence, but I ain't got no reply. So you text him too.
Oh. All right.
Again. Want to feel here again. Good morning again. You see that brother who just called there? You see that brother who just called there? I don't want to really say much about him. But you see that fellow who just called there about the one who called from outside? His contribution ain't really making no sense. We could do it out here and here and not here the one who called from outside. Oh gosh. So fella, take your time and use wisdom in your speech. Because you're something like don't see. You're something like when you go government school, I go like you was in the back of the class. Take your time. You're something real foolish, boy. Come on, man.
That lady, let's go with God. Remember, that's our outside lady. She out there about 30 years. She love her country. And Krishna had to mash up the woman too. Like Krishna, boy. Like Krishna, who call him mashing up the poor woman. Oh God, Krishna doesn't want to hear nobody talk long at all.
Andy, good morning. Orlando here. Andy, tell Bayram, stop being a nincompoop now, man. That guy sounds like he's drunk all the time. He's high on Bayram. Mr. Nincompoop, Mr. Bayram, sometimes it's good to keep your opinion to yourself, my friend, so people could like you. Andy, do religious pastors lie? Do they lie in the pulpit? Or that fat slob named Pastor Google, is a real pastor? And the man, they caught the man lying left, right, and center. For a pastor to say his pastor or whatever, he's giving a bad impression of pastors that they all lie. And they don't talk the truth. Like all religious heads is no good. I mean, Pastor Google, or Gordon, the way your name is, Gordon Dry Gin. Come on, brother. You sung like a garaha. Go up and look up the word garaha mean. Okay, right now, Pakistan trying to sell garaha to raise money because they're broke. Just like you. You might have to start selling Rowley goat to make money, or maybe go and play with Rowley goat to get some money. Come on, pastor, man. Stop lying to the people. It's not good for the name Pastor Gordon Dry Gin, okay? Be real, man. When you say and you call in the station, people that listen and they hear you and they know you, you lie so much for 9 years. You lying for the PNM and you continued following Rowley footstep. Come on, my friend. You're not that stupid. Or you want to prove to the PNM people that they are really foolish. Come on. Prove to the PNM supporters that you're smart so they can turn around and be a UNC supporter. Or not UNC, but the government supporters. All right? All right, Pastor Google. You have a wonderful, blessed day, my friend. Talk to you later.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, bang, bang.
Andy, good morning. Barakpur, the Chinese people is a problem for you? That is all you could talk about, the people who commit no crime? What they're doing to you? They come here and they're running the business, people that live here go to America all about and work. Eh? When people close up the grocery in Trinidad at 8 o'clock, them opening till 10 o'clock. You could go and get something there. He want to know where the people, when the early Chinese people there, where they going. But he's too blasted fast and out of place. But leave the people alone, boy. Shucks, man. And Miss Santa Cruz, you don't listen carefully. You have Ed syndrome. I said, when people have to leave quite matter to go Arima to get a new birth certificate before they can bury the dead. That's what I said. Why that had to be? Oh gosh, man, Miss Santa Cruz, man. You have a problem with your ears. Go and clean your blasted ears, man.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I think that the voice notes done there, but yeah, let me take some calls, yes? We foot. Eh. Oh, Lord. Some people say like today's Bacchanal Thursday or something, by where the hell? Oh, Lord.
Andy, good morning. Andy, good morning. Andy, they hot this morning. Andy, they hot this morning.
Let me take some calls. Hold yeah, let me take some calls, boy. Sir. I know, boy, like scorpion pepper, something, boy. Rowley, PLM, go on from in this studio, go on from this program, go on, PLM. I don't know, boy, like it's a kind of PLM zombie thing kind of going on here, boy. Go on, PLM, go on, oh, God, boy. I celebrate, yo, I get a bell, let me ring a bell in this place here, boy. Let me ring a bell here, boy. Oh, God, boy. Eh? Let me continue the program, then let me take some calls. Oh, my God. Eh? Ladoy. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy. Morning to everybody once more again. Andy, here going on. I watching this Salvavi fella. And the thing about it, like he wanted to bring back another 1990 in this country because I noticed he gaslighting the population with the dumb, illiterate, stupid Kawanakis, former attorney general. The man a total dunce, a total waste of time. The man can't even spread black t-shirts and they hire that attorney general, that idiot. But here what's going on now? This is a whole entire PNM government, former PNM government. It's them who mashed up this country, put the country in a mess. And now this poor lady, Auntie Cams, had to come now and try to fix back our country with them fellas and them mash up. You telling me that leave this country in a debt of $141 or $42 billion in debt, and then meet a treasury with $10.5 billion in it, right? They meet a country with excess liquidity in different ministries. They meet a heritage and stabilization fund. And I hear Auntie Kamala say she own mouth that when them first came into office last Monday, they didn't even leave fumes. And these people had them bold face to come and talk about this and that and the other. Penny, you didn't want a damn farting. But it's a fact. Only get out of people's face now. Only so damn despicable. God bless her gone.
Andy, good morning again to you and Lennox and to everybody. He telling me clean my head, but you see when he drink he be rum, he come in here like a drama queen, and the way he expressing himself, oh my God, you understand? But you see when you pull up on him now, he come back with a different story. Mr. Bayram, let me tell you something. I am a very attentive person. I listen carefully to what people say, and if I'm not sure, I play back. That's the nice thing about this program. You can play it back, right? You can go.
Wait, let me finish them voice note there quick. Oh God, boy. What are you there now? Let me just play this one day. Yes.
You never said that. You said a whole lot of who shot.
Oh God, well, cutting. All right, let me take a call here quick. Morning caller.
Andy, morning, Orlando here. Andy, which guy that had just called you and talking to you about Essequibo and Venezuela? That man is a donkey. That man's stupid, man. What that man call and talk about? Let me educate that guy. America don't worry about the oil. We produce the most amount of oil in the world. We just happen to do and buy people oil so we can support the oil industry and money all around. That's how the economy in the world is run. Yeah, we have a problem. But when he talk about helicopter, were he there? Did he saw the helicopter? Did he went and meet them? But this man's stupid.
Oh gosh.
And you learn fool like that call and talk about America. Yeah, we know we have problems like everybody else. But don't call out to try to make America bad, my friend. If Maduro go to take over Trinidad, who you call for help? You call Russia? You donkey? You call Russia and call them and say, come, China, help me? Boy, this man, Andy, you little fool that I call you radio station, you must correct them and say, hey, you Gadaha. And explain where Gadaha is. He must know where Gadaha means. Tell him what it means. You donkey. Andy later.
Andy, good morning again to you and Lennox and to everybody. He telling me clean my head, but you see when he drinking he rum, he come in here like a drama queen, and the way he expressing himself, oh my God, you understand? But you see when you pull up on him now, he come back with a different story. Mr. Bayram, let me tell you something. I am a very attentive person. I listen carefully to what people say. And if I'm not sure, I play back. That's the nice thing about this program. You can play it back, right? You can go back and listen to what the person's saying, right? You never said that. You said a whole lot of who shot John, trying to give the impression about people have to do this and oh God, and it's something like if it's something new. Come on, you're a drama queen. Everybody know you. Everybody know you. You're not that intelligent. You're trying to score cheap political points. That is what you are doing. But it's not coming across good. You are making a fool of yourself. I suggest before, try drinking after you call the program. You might sound a little more coherent. Thanks, Andy.
Hi, good morning. I would just like to say I was discriminated on my job. I was working at Forestry Division, and I was discriminated by calling me names with two foremen. They was calling me names and all of that, and I was discriminated because I realized it was a race situation. I was only the oldest Indian person in the gang, and I was discriminated. However, I put it to the head boss, the person who has the contract. I put it to her, and there was nothing done about the situation, and it was not nice. So right now I am home. I don't have a job, and I don't know. It's like that's how life goes. That's how life goes. And I also have a sick husband with a stroke. Welcome.
Nice. Now, Kingsy, and all I could call back. I'm done with the voice notes. All I could call back. Let me take some calls. Morning caller. Only make it short and sweet. We have exactly 3 minutes.
Hi. Grandy again. I'm just calling in. When I heard the guy talk about the Chinese population in Trinidad and Tobago, I was kind of shocked because to me the Chinese community of Trinidad and Tobago, they don't mix, they don't meddle, they don't give us no trouble. But then again, if the government have a problem with their finances and the sense of what they contribute, if the contribution, I don't know. But the Chinese are not a problem to us. The Chinese, they are together, you know. And another thing too I want to talk about is the crime in Trinidad and Tobago. What instigated this thing is Rowley, the 1%, and the Bennies. and they all won. They're in a basket. And this is where the crime coming from. But since the UNC have won election, to see a downpour in the violence in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're having a change. And that's my contribution. Thank you, God.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, let's go again. Morning caller, short and sweet. Where are you calling from? Turn down the television. Turn down the television and talk. We hearing you. Morning.
Yes, sir, Andy. Good morning. Respectfully for that guy who just called and criticizing me for saying the US, ask him. No, tell him that if he know about geopolitics, he will understand where he's coming from. But he inbreeding in America, like it affecting his mind. Why they kill Gaddafi? Why they kill Saddam Hussein? Why they attacking Ibrahim Traore? Why they kill millions of people in Afghanistan? Huh? Hundreds of thousands of people in Iraq. Why they attacking Iran? They're greedy. They're greedy. That's why they're trying to attack Maduro too. Okay.
All right, the fellow from America, I'll show you here. Oh boy. Morning caller.
Yeah, boy. The man who talking about Venezuela and America. You know, Venezuela watching Trinidad too, but the Roma coin is he on too, you know. You better be careful. Right?
Kingsley, you like a call back. Morning caller. I'm taking the calls.
Morning again, Andy. Barpo here. Andy?
Yeah, Barpo.
Today, more than any topic that we discussed this morning, you see this one is a learning for humanity. Every citizen of this country should go away today with a better knowledge of how people think and how they operate. First, I want to apologize to Mr. Bayram because he sounds like an elderly person. And I am a pretty younger person than him. So I don't want to be disrespectful, so I apologize to him. Number two, no matter what you do in this life, it would always have people that wouldn't like what you're doing. They wouldn't like how you talk just because that's a nature. You do them nothing, but they just nature, just don't like you. You would invite 1 million people to your wedding. All of them would come, eat, drink, and they would find one fault. And that would be the highlight of the wedding. They could talk about yesterday girl, how she put on she eyebrow. It thick, it long, it this, it that. But they eat, they drink, they wine, they fall along, they drunk, they piss in the toilet, they didn't flush it, all kind of things. They could talk about that. But they could talk about one issue that they could make a situation over. So that is one of the number one things what caused our Prime Minister, her government. She was listening to too many negative people. To my people who didn't contribute nothing good to her party. And every minute you hear them yap, 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 and she was listening to that because she wanted to please everybody. Now she realized that, here what? Who say what they want, who do what they want? I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to make sure and stand for the right thing and do the right thing for the country and the people. No matter who back, like little Chihuahua, all over the place, that's them business. So, today's lesson for everybody to learn is that no matter what you do in this life, you can always have people that wouldn't like you. And anytime you pay attention to these people and give them too much notice, they would come like a stone in your shoes. They would always be there and you'll never be comfortable. You just have to leave them and move on. And you'll see how better your life would be. And it is like this. They're talking about people doing to the country and then everybody who get horn in the country supposed to love the horner man. They didn't supposed to want to kill him and chop him up and thing because he doing a good. He's supporting your wife. When you had to go and buy a pair of shoes, buy one side, let the horner man buy the other side. Don't when you find out you want to kill him, you want to chop him up, you want to burn him and all kind of thing. No, he doing a good too. Just like how the Chinese doing a good. Them ain't no crime and thing. Them doing good. Love them. Have a good morning. Take care. Later.
Thank you. Next caller, morning caller. Where calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Pod this morning?
Yeah, Mr. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hope you ain't.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Go ahead, my brother. Just taking it in this morning, boy. This morning, serious. The later party, like people, I don't know, like some P&M spirit passing each studio, boy. And boy, what God, boy, is everything.
You see now, like the PNM still operating in this country, you know. I do not know, you know, because I was telling Mickie here this early morning here, earlier, and that since the UNC come in power, over a week now, water gone here in Portsmouth South, Laventille here, and I do not know if this sabotaging the UNC by the PNM people still operating the button, because water gone, there's no water. There's no water. The pipes are them gone, the pipes are them gone flat. I see a picture from Ian Allen page, a woman in Toko. She's saying weeks now she get water. So I know the water board perform. I hope that they open up the pipes because there's no water for people to bathe. And I'm very concerned about that. I believe that PNM people is sabotaging this government, and they have to remove all of these people who are on state board and who in key position. Andy, I want to say this, eh? The opposition called a press conference some days back. And again, they learn from the mistake. Penny learned from a mistake. Dr. Rowley have no legacy in this country. The people reject the PNM because the PNM was campaigning to keep the merit points. The UNC was campaigning to destroy the merit points, to dismantle it, to discramp it. And the people choose that. So when Marvin Gonzalez and Inbert and Penny Beckers hold a press conference to the people, it's very concerning that it's really behind the scenes. People have to ask. Because why is there was campaigning the merit points on ticket? The UNC was saying no, we are going to scrap that merit points, and the people support that. So all that way in will come at the UNC no. The oil was campaigning on to do that, and the UNC said no, we are going to fix the system, and they are going to fix the system. So again, Penny, it's too early. Nobody's have seen the draft of the bill to see what is standing. The grounds you come out. You want to yourself because in a big office in town, you're in the opposition office to say that standing ground bill. Wait to see it. When it lay in Parliament, when you get the documents, you're going to speak about it. You put in your foot, you run out in front. So it is very concerning to me to see this opposition is falling apart before the days have started. We have no opposition in this country because they are weak. You are seeing now weak movements. And as I close, you see now, I want to tell Nicolas Maduro, you try something there. We've not come to the table. You try something for me to come to the table. That Dragon deal is dead. You have satellite to pick up anything that's coming into your country. Your borders more secure than Trinidad and Tobago. No much people leave from Venezuelans with guns and come to our country with drugs, with women to our country. I want to tell the caller this, why 6 million people leave Venezuela and run into different country? You hear anybody leaving America? You hear anybody running from America? Nobody leaving America. People want to go America. Up to this, they know Trump put a ban and they still want to go America. So when you want to describe America as a dictatorship country, that is not truth. That is not truth. The Venezuela, I want to tell that Nicolas Maduro, what a child to make the, and I'm going to tell that the Minister of Defense must not respond to Nicolas Maduro. You must not respond to Nicolas Maduro. He must show us evidence, show us satellite pictures. Because again, I want to make it clear, don't be fooled. Nicolas Maduro technology is really advanced than Trinidad and Tobago. Them could detect both coming to the shore because they have a borderline on the sea. And they have things in the sea that them could detect. Just like America, just like Russia, them up there. Them up there. So when you come and lie, Nicolas Maduro, do not call Trinidad and Tobago in the mouth. We're here. We're not Guyana, you know. We're not afraid of we in Bowie, you know. We have things for you. We don't want you. We don't need you. We don't want your deals. We don't nothing from your country. You cannot help us. America could help us. Trump could help us. You cannot help us. What do you give us? All? That is all. We had that in the Caribbean here. So people don't be fooled. We mustn't take check because that is a check. It's a check. We have to look at it as a check. And we ministers mustn't give into that. We mustn't give that. We must report that to the America. We must report that check to the embassy. We must tell the world that we not doing no business because he believe that Rowdy is still running this country. He believe that Stuart Young is still his friend. So when you say that some Cuban boat leaving, show us these satellite pictures, show us the evidence. Don't just come and make wild allegation against my country, against my government, against the set. We know that we because of Rowdy, our borders is weak. And between the next few years, our borders will be tight because Kamala Posabisa and the UNC is going to close our borders and we need to send back these Venezuelans here. You see, when it's time for them to think, we mustn't renew it. We must send them back to the country. Let them see what the people. Let them see what the people. So the caller who call in to say bad about America. Why Venezuelans do not accept some of the people in Venezuela? Eh? So why because a part of Venezuela in poor, yeah? It are rich and it are poor. Except for the people and Venezuela. So don't come out. I want to tell all you do not misleave. Nicolas Maduro, leave Trinidad and Tobago alone. Leave us alone. We side with America. We on America's side. So Andy, that is my contribution this morning. I want to thank you very much, gentlemen.
All right, Kingsley. All your time check. Let's make sure it on our voice note there. Oh boy, it's time for me to rack up all here. Oh my gosh, it's time for we to rack up.
Hey, Andy, well, I feel you again, my brother. My contribution was the same Venezuelan people. The question is, why are they leaving Venezuela and coming here? Why are they leaving Venezuela and coming here while Maduro is in power? All right? I know some Venezuelans down here, when they talk to them, they're saying, Maduro no good, pressure, problems. So, you know, I listen to the brother there, and if he's talking so about Maduro and America want this and America wicked and they're greedy and so on, what position does Maduro put himself in by having his people coming down, by exiting Venezuela and coming to Trinidad to look for survival? Okay, why are they leaving Venezuela and coming here? And when Maduro is in power, if he's such a good guy or America is evil and greedy and so on, why are they leaving Venezuela and coming here looking for survival?
Oh boy. Caller, the last. Oh, go ahead, caller. Just taking 2 more calls. Short and sweet. Morning.
Hey, Andy, morning to you and Lennox.
Morning.
Right, you hear me go there?
Yeah, we ain't here about now. Go ahead.
I hear what happening.
Yeah.
Prime Minister Kamala, she have to act as Prime Minister and opposition leader. Let me tell you why. All what the opposition government now are putting forward is what they failed to do in the last 10 years. So she has to ignore them completely and just go ahead with what she plans to do. Straightforward. They make, right? Don't come in no nonsense what they fail to do to we are done with that, Andy. Country moving on, and that is that. Thanks for the call, boy, Andy.
No problem. Last call, morning.
Andy, morning.
I want to say, Kingsley, that is one of the best contributions you ever made in a long, long while. That's one of the best contributions. Thank you, Andy. I'll enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But don't forget tonight, corridor transformation with yours truly. Lennox the Mighty Smith, man. Lennox Smith. So tonight, 8 o'clock, corridor transformation with Lennox Smith. The man said that the best contributions Kings ever make. Slimy said, nah, man. Reinforcing dotishness. Michael JP said, Kings, he get back a stripe. Yeah, he get back a stripe. Leanne said, bang, 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 bang. Where we go see? Hey, Samit say, enjoy the rest of your day, my people. It was a great program today. We learned. In the last day, I don't know, like the PNM Jumbie come here, come kind of thing there, you know, people start to bite each other and thing there, you know, but in a good way, Oh, Lord. Somebody said to deport Slimy. Slimy need to be deported from America. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. And Munsami say he's looking for promotions. Well, where we go say? Arima say bacchanal time. I laughing. She just say laughing and then she go right. Andy, I tell her don't call my name. She don't deal with me again, but what I go say? Okay, Slimy say, please deport me. Don't go and say, listening, Andy. Hey, Mr. Goben, a pleasant good morning to you. Where we go see? Well, boy, the program wasn't easy at all. Correct. As Munsami says, she'll be correcting all the lies. She's making sure she's waiting. She's set like a matopee. Just waiting to sting. Whether it be Krishna, whether it be Balaam. Oh God, what we gonna say, boy? Andy, you're skipping comments. Yeah, it has some comments I had to skip. yeah, it has some comments I had to skip, boy. What? You want them barracudas and them, how they ain't see them today or what? Right. The bad out there, them barracuda and them there. You ain't see them barracuda them there getting on bad day. Boy, me ain't want to end up in the barracuda some partner. You ain't see everything that move them barracudas just rattle. I say, oh God, it blows left, right, and center. Yeah, so it has some comments that I had to skip by. Yeah, 007, well, I didn't know that. I know that is that man is Toko or Grandy. Me didn't know he was Balaam, but where we gonna say? Yeah, Rishi. The bad this morning. Oh boy. What here? Let me go. I really no more comments, man. So on behalf of the Ground Report team, I'm Andy Williams, better known as the Pitbull of Radio. Thanks so much for looking onto the Ground Report on whatever medium you are. Look forward in seeing some of you, hearing from some of you. Tomorrow, please God, same time, same place, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. So until tomorrow morning, please God, yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio. We are out of here.
With Mickie K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.